for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
BoxingVoice.com. You seen what he did on Facebook, right?
Listen, I'm gonna make a motherfucking emoji like this, look.
Dazn Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com. All the guys want. I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather.
It was born to fight.
My life has always been a fight.
I sacrificed a lot to get to where I got to. You don't think you're being overly critical to a guy that took a body shot and didn't go down?
There's no question. That's just my style. My style is to dominate. I want to get the guy. I want to stop the guy. You know, my motto is man down.
BoxingVoice.com.
Why you mad? I'm not saying the man can't take body shots. Wait for motherfucking March. We're gonna take this shit to the limit.
BoxingVoice.com. Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another jam-packed edition of the Boxing Voice Radio, hashtag TBV podcast. It is August 28th, 9 a.m. Not really, 9:12 a.m. We're a little late, but it's all good because we're here and we're here to stay. We're going to be talking Danny Garcia taking on unified welterweight Errol Spence Jr., the WBC and the IBF champion. Now, when this fight was announced, the number one welterweight in the world was listed as a minus 600 favorite, with Danny Garcia coming in at a plus 400. But after a terrible looking car crash 7 months ago that has left Spence with injuries to the face and several broken teeth, had to put posts in his mouth, Spence is now a 260 and Garcia is now a plus 200. But that was according to the latest odds, and that was May 20th. Today, the odds are Danny Garcia a plus 310 and Errol Spence Jr. minus 370. So Danny Garcia, a bigger betting favorite than Mikey Garcia was when he faced Errol Spence Jr. This is what we'll be talking about here today, as well as featuring UK welterweight Luther Clay, who put on a very good performance versus UK's own and now TBV's special betting friend, Chris Congo. So we will be having Luther Clay on the show to talk some boxing welterweight division. And obviously we're talking the welterweight division with Danny Garcia and Errol Spence. And gentlemen, I just want to say, I guess this seems pretty fair, right? I mean, with everything that Errol has gone through, he shouldn't be a minus 600 anymore. Do you think the bookies got it right?
Good morning.
Good morning, fellas. What
good
up?
afternoon.
Buenos motherfudging dias, fellas.
Yo, that was a marathon. That was a marathon show last night, huh?
It was.
Bro, I had to tap out early.
Bro, we went like.
Yeah,
man.
But I mean, like, hey, I gotta answer next question. I think the bookies always get it right, or most of the time get it right. Yeah, and it's fair. I think it's fair. Like, but help me clear out something though. Like, they're still saying that like Errol Spence Jr. is the favorite, but is not as big a favorite,
correct,
as it was against Mikey, right?
I mean, at this point, he's only 60 points better than. Well,
Yeah.
I guess not 60 points because he is a minus.
Yeah.
So
Huge impact the
So,
accident.
so that makes sense. I mean, not just the accident, also like if we comparing it to the odd against Mikey, there's a combination of things. Is the accident what version of Spence we're gonna get, but also the level of opposition. Like, not saying that Mikey is not a great fighter, but in the than Mikey, and is seen by everyone as a bigger threat. I think. Like, so, I think that's fair, and the bookie get it right. So I can't complain about that.
But what does it mean? Does it mean anything, or is it just
Yeah,
is it
it
fool's
mean,
gold? Is it fool's gold? Are they just enticing you to bet on Danny Garcia? Because sometimes we sit here and we're like, oh no, the bookies, they always get it right. They always get it right. But then there's those Chris Congos, where Chris
yeah.
Congo was an underdog. People who listened to Mitty were able to jump on it. And then Congo all of a sudden became the betting favorite, and it turned the lines. No, how much money you think is gonna come in on Danny? How many people believe Earl isn't Earl?
Listen, the bookies play games with fighters, not necessarily with like fighters that are as well known as Danny and Spence. Like, they can't really play too much game with those two because we have enough information on either of those fighters. The only thing we don't know right now, and we're all scratching our head, is what kind of Spence we're gonna get. That's the only unknown that is out there, real unknown that is out there. But I mean, don't put it past the bookies to entice a little bit. Like, they usually do. I don't know if they do that on your side, right? But they do like a booster, right? Like maybe 2-3 days before the fight to entice more bet. They'll just give you something a little bit sweeter to bet on Danny. You say, hey, you know what? He's an underdog, but we make it an even greater underdog, so that when if you're right, you get an even bigger payoff. Like, that's the kind of stuff like bookie do to make sure that money comes in. But ultimately, they're hoping that Spence win because they're the one who's going to be laughing and banking, cashing the money, right? So Spence wins.
I think that I think it's also a sign of the times. Like, if you look at what happened with the Garcia fight, and then coming off the heels of that into the Porter fight with the accident, it's like so many people, all the inches have gone to, Earl didn't look up to par. That's where the bulk of it came from. So it was like Porter favorite type of thing where, oh, he looked good, he looked better than we thought. I mean, how many bookies or how many, the gambling spots in the casinos were just shitting their pants while while Porter and Errol Spence was going on. You know what I'm saying? So heading into the next fight, yeah, it makes sense that the odds would be a little lesser than, and part of it's because Mikey didn't have any real credibility in the division, and then part of it's because of the unknown with Errol Spence. But I do think that it's fool's gold ultimately. But you have to remember, you have Steve Kim, one of the most prominent writers in boxing, coming out saying that Danny Garcia is going to win the fight. If you don't think that that's going to alter betting lines, like, you're crazy. Of course it's going to alter betting lines, and the bookies have to adjust for it. At this point, I believe that more money is coming in on Danny, and that is tightening up. I think the smart money that comes in at the end of the week is going to really narrow the gap.
Let me give you an example of like people playing with the odds, right? That's exactly what happened on the Tim Tszyu versus Horn. All the bigger name in boxing in Australia were backing Horn. They were saying, oh, I don't understand why they're booking it, doing it this way, and they're making Horn an underdog. So there's definitely money to be made, and we backing Horn. And that pushed a lot of people to say, yeah, actually, what's going on here? Like, we don't really understand. Horn should win, and let's go and grab that easy money. But at the end of the day, the bookies had it right, and the bookies are the one that just took that money that, we all thought was easy money. We listened to the experts, we listened to our brain, we looked at the resume, and we said, boom, let's go and get that money. But the bookies got it right because the favorite is the one that won, and you don't make big money on betting for favorites, so they need to entice you to bet on an underdog. And Danny Garcia is a very live underdog. He's a very good boxer. He's the guy who's upset the apple cart a few times with other fighters. So as a betting man, you want to believe in, let me just like put a bit of money on Garcia, because not only the odds are in my favor, I'm going to make money, and Danny can very well do it. So
Well, I think you also
I
have
mean-
to look at the fact that, like, if you're a bookie and you're looking at Danny Garcia, you're like, okay, can he upset the apple cart in this one against Earl? And you think back in his career and you say to yourself, well, has he ever beaten anybody that was levels better than him? Well, yeah, he beat Amir Khan. Amir Khan levels better than Danny Garcia. And I'm not being a troll. I'm not trying to be a dick. I mean, we all know what happened. Danny won. He landed a left hook. I think that was one of those fights where if they fought 10 times, Danny wins once or twice. We just happened to see that one. That's just my opinion. But because Danny was able to beat somebody so much more gifted than him, it gives, I guess, some pause for if you're a bookie and you're coming into this like, yo, Earl, I think, is technically and talent, or from a talent standpoint, better than Danny, but Danny's beaten guys like that before, and he's been in these situations. So it's a very tough situation to be in. I think if you put your money on Danny, it is somewhat fool's gold. Only in that I think Earl wins the fight, but I don't think it's a dumb bet. You know what I mean? And especially as it gets closer and you get your money closer to even, I might just put $50 on him just because it's even money. You know what I'm saying? It's Danny Garcia. How often do you get even money, on Danny Garcia or on an Earl Spence opponent?
I mean, it's not even, bro. Like Danny.
Not yet. I'm just saying if it were to get
if you
there.
lock it in right now, $10 gets you $31.
$30, yeah.
If you do 100, 100 gets you 310 plus your 100 back. So, look.
I meant
Yeah,
on
that's
Spence.
good.
I'm
That's
sorry,
good
even
money.
money on.
And
Spence,
let me
I'm
tell
sorry.
you something. If you really believe Danny has a shot, you don't have to believe he's gonna win. You believe he has a shot as a gambler.
Worth the shot.
Lock
to
it
gamble
in.
on it.
Lock
Yep.
it in now because
It's only going to get
weeks-
closer.
2 weeks from now, all the iffy, the flip-floppy Danny fans are going to be like, damn, all right, I'm going to just put 20. I'm going to just put 100. And then it's going to keep getting closer and closer and closer, and you would have lost your opportunity at real money. But I guess the
What
coaches...
you think Danny becomes a least of an underdog as the time comes in?
Hell
with
yeah.
the money coming in, yeah.
Hell
Like,
yeah. The same way-
remember
it's the
the
same
bookies. The bookies don't just go based on like feelings or anything. They have like an algorithm and they have like a risk appetite, and depending on what money comes in, then the odds like kind of like become narrow because their risk appetite and their ability to lose money becomes greater. So they just like fluctuate with the odds.
Yeah. Listen, that's what happened to Clay. Remember when Mitty talk and look, people don't believe, and it's fine, and maybe I'm over assessing the boxing voice. But we've found out throughout the years that many people listen. So when people like Mitty let out a secret on Luther Clay, there's a huge possibility that one of the bookies, one of the odds makers, gets sent that tip or has the same tip as Mitty. And that's how you seen Clay go from underdog to favorite. He literally was like a plus 200 and ended up being a minus 145 on certain sites, up to a minus 150 on others. So that is money coming in. That's all the people that believed in Clay changed the line and it flip-flopped over. But all right, we got two
Shinobi.
Jarrett Lloyd on the super chat. Danny brings fans and the bum lord brings empty beer cans. The garbage man, a.k.a. the recycling trash master, bum lord Crawford. And Ness, you said there was a second one?
I was going to say, I wanted to ask the two of you as coaches, what sort of a shot does Danny have in your opinion? Is it more than just a left hook?
Hell yeah.
As a Danny fan, do they just have to bank on Earl not being the best version of himself? Like, what legitimate shot does Danny have? Because, you guys talked about him beating underdogs before, but man, if that wasn't long ago, it's been a long time since he himself has had a legitimate welterweight win. We like to talk about Crawford. We like to talk about Kell Brook. But what's Danny Garcia's last legitimate welterweight win, if any? And that's the knock, right? That's why people are looking at him like, is he really a welterweight or is he just a welterweight name?
No, I think like, hey, he has it. He has a shot, 100%, and it's not just a lucky shot. It's not a left hook or whatever. I mean, you've seen him fight against like the against Keith Thurman, right? We were live at that fight. He did his thing. Like, he's a damn good
It was a
fighter.
good fight.
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter. Like, and it changed my opinion for sure. Like, when I seen him first, like, the time like when he fought Khan, he got the upset, but I didn't think he would just like kick on with it. And he basically shut my mouth. He just kicked on with it. And yeah, man, like he has more than a shot. It's a competitive fight even before the accident. Like even before the accident, it's a competitive fight. I still go with Spence because I think like Spence has a bit too much for him, like especially physically. But I don't know, man. Like it'll be foolish not to put like a little bit of money down on Danny as a betting man,
No,
'cause
Mitty.
that can pay off.
No, Mitty, poor advice. Poor advice.
Why?
If you don't
Why?
believe, I mean, according to Rob, it's poor advice. If you don't think Danny can win, don't bet Danny.
I mean, hey, people have different philosophy with betting. Like, he's saying like, Rob is going with saying like, hey, if you don't want to throw money out the window, don't do it. And I can understand that. But if you have the money, and if you're betting, man, if you want to take the gamble, no problem, go for it. Like it's a £10, $10, and then you get $30 back. Like, come on, man, that's good.
Listen, 3-1 is just outside of my gotta bet that.
Call you 3-1.
Pot. But if you think that Danny doesn't have a shot. Like, I can't sit here and say that Danny doesn't have a shot. Like, the question's like, oh, does he depend on the left hand? No, this is sports.
Call
like, at the end of the day, people
face.
can fight and people can play, 10, 20 times, and different outcomes can happen. And when the top 5 guys, top 10 guys in the world meet, like, it's explosive. It's unpredictable. And that's the thing. Like, you want to say Danny Garcia is not a welterweight. Why? Because he lost to the best welterweights in the world.
Bro,
Sean
he's
Porter,
already
Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying?
acclimated to that weight. But if you want my opinion on it, yeah, he has a very good shot. And look, even though some might think that the odds are closer now because of the disparity that it was with Errol and Mikey, nah, man, I think that listen, man, Danny Garcia likes to trade in the inside. He likes to get off with his left hooks and his shovel uppercuts to the body, and like he saw something. He said it before. He saw something, and like this isn't a little guy like Mikey that's seeing something. This is a guy that been fighting in that division, was a champion in that division, and he's gonna definitely look to poke those holes that he supposedly sees. And if you look back at Danny Garcia's career, come on, when have you ever seen him get like beat on, and get bullied? In a whole fight, and who are you? Why are you expecting Errol Spence to come in there and just bully him, smack him around the whole ring? That's not going to happen. This is going to be a real tough fight. Earl's in for a tough fight like he had like with Porter. Only thing is with Danny, I see Danny's work a little bit cleaner, and he's going to be looking to counter. And he's, like I said, he's got some power, man. Earl's not the only guy walking into this fight with power. Danny got some power in his shots, and a well-placed shot in the chin can really shake somebody up. We haven't seen Earl shaken up since that fight with what was the guy's name, Lardy or something like that, when he got hit with a right hook from a southpaw stance. Lardy, if you guys look at his box rec, I don't know his first name, but
yeah, I remember.
He was dancing. So like, a guy like Danny Garcia, man, lands a well-placed shot. It could definitely make you do the dance. So. And then you got the whole accident and so many other variables. It's like you got to give Danny a good shot.
Well,
I give him some kind of shot for sure.
We're supposed to have Luther Clay in about a minute. I sent him the link, so he's just got to jump on. I don't know if you guys see him or let me double check.
No, he's not on quite yet.
But I could get to some of these super chats before Clay joins us. Is Eric Cruz, El Veterano, says, shout out to the TBV fam, Ness, Doomy, Mitty, Mario. Cheers.
What up?
All right, we got a couple of more. Let me see. We have, I believe, Super Max. Oh, Super Mex, and
Let me guess. Blah blah, man down. Blah blah blah. Hashtag man down.
it's more like it's about time we talking about welterweights who actually want to fight top guys. The Sharks is back once again. Tables turn. You're welcome, fans. Hashtag hombre abajo, man down.
So you weren't too wrong, Mario.
Me and him got a future bet coming one day with Spence and Crawford.
Don't forget the pie bet we got going.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Super chat. Ben Fetelica says Battle of the Chins. 12 rounds, split decision. What up, TBV? What up, chat? 100% emoji 3 times. Peace emoji.
I would love that. Listen, I want to see a good fight. Now, I think a good fight would probably not be the best press for Errol. I think so many people would get hung up on him not winning some like clean, flawless Mortal Kombat victory. But, you know, I'm smarter than that. Y'all are smarter than that. The people that listen to the show are smarter than that. You know, so I just want a good fight. I want a clean fight, and I want to see them take it, honestly, to 12. I think the better chance for it to be a war is for it to end earlier. But I just can't imagine, you know, Danny being in a situation where he's down like, you know, 8-2 and not wanting to like go out there for a knockout. Like I can imagine Angel just screaming in his face to get out there and try to get a knockout. I can't imagine Errol not going out on his shield. So, you know, they're two warriors.
Errol stops Danny Garcia. Do you see that happening, guys? You know? Does Errol?
I mean,
I can see either way. I can see him stopping him, and I can see Danny stopping him.
How the hell do you see Danny stopping Errol, Mitty?
It's possible,
Danny
man.
stopping
Like,
Errol?
listen, if you get caught with a shot in the middle of an exchange, bro, you can go down. Why not?
Yeah,
like
going
this
out.
this is why Danny Garcia does, right? He exchanges with you, and then you know I can see Earl just like maybe swinging for one and getting caught on the counter. It doesn't have to be a powerful shot, and Danny can actually bang as well. So, bro, it's double impact. You're throwing your shot, he's throwing his shot. Boom, you out. You know,
it's hard for me to imagine like a clean, stone cold, one punch, lights out type of victory. What I could see is exactly what you said, Danny countering off of an exchange, catching him with a really good one. And that's kind of what happened with Khan. Again, I don't want to go back to that or anything, but, you know, it was the one punch that he could throw. And so at the end of the day, he landed it. And he could do it again against Earl.
That fight haunts you, though. Look at the way the one punch he can throw.
I'm just reporting the facts.
Sure.
Look, is there a possibility that this fight just gets stopped because Danny's hook lands on the new posts and, you know, he doesn't react well to a punch? Man, that's my fear.
Nah.
It is possible.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Hell no. You don't think he's going to be prepared in sparring? Come on, guys.
He is prepared in sparring, but like, hey.
You ain't going to prepare for like somebody really trying to knock your head off.
And also in sparring,
how many
you
top
don't
5
wear
guys is he sparring with? Like,
you don't wear like 8-ounce gloves in sparring. You get, you know, your protection. It maybe wears like the headgear with the bar. Who knows, right?
Exactly. Luther Clay has joined us.
Hey.
Cool. Hey, it's Luther.
Luther, how you doing,
man?
brother?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
We're good. Happy to have you, man.
Good.
So
let me get out my bedroom.
So first and foremost, man, we want to say that, you know, you put on a hell of a performance, man. I'm the one that reached out on social media and said that you made me a fan. I was not expecting that style. And, you know, I know that at this stage of your career, you'll probably end up getting another domestic level fight, but I'm ready to see you across the pond. I want to see you, honestly, I want to see you fight like a Josecito Lopez or, I don't know, who else. Anybody that, you know, you can make a name for yourself and you can give the U.S. viewing public a good gauge and barometer, because I think what you did with Congo was really good, man. You cut the distance well. You stay on your double jab. You shoot that right to the body. You know, that fight, it was just his night. But you fought a great fight, and I wanted to make sure to bring you on, highlight you, make sure you keep your head up, and we really want to see you come back, man. So, yeah, man, just how are you, bro?
Yeah, man. Like to be honest, I'm good. Like obviously I'm disappointed I lost and I got stopped in the 9th round like that. And I mean, I felt like I could have got up, like I was getting up, but I seen the towel get thrown in, so I was like, okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed, man. You know, I put a lot into the training camp, and it was a hard fight, and I felt like I did everything. I did everything I could have done that night. There's some things that I shouldn't have done, like in the 9th round when I was just kind of like galloping into his range, my hands down, like that was kind of stupid. But I felt like I got excited and I lost. You know, like when you get rocked and you take someone's best punch, like in the 5th round, I was like, okay, nah, I'm coming for you. You know, and I kind of switched off, like in terms of defense and everything. But you know, my spirits, I'm in good spirits. Like I said, I've only had 11 amateurs, and Chris was someone that had like 96, was in the GB team. So for me, it was kind of like a big test. But I performed well, like you guys are saying, and it's just for me to go away and learn some things, and you know, get better from it, learn from it, and come back better.
Hey, Luther.
Yeah.
Go for it, Mario.
No. It's me, Mitty. Yeah, Luther. What's up, champ, man? Look, I definitely enjoyed the fight, man. You definitely came out the gate like a red nose, man. You know, there was some a bit of back and forth with you and Congo, you know, before the fight. Did that have anything to do with you coming out the gate with so much aggression, bro? Because I swear to you, man, you came out, bro, and I felt like you just wanted to take his head.
You know, I think I don't. It might have played a slight impact, but I think what it is that the statuesque figure of Congo standing at 6 foot, maybe even taller. He damn near he looked tall. I kind of knew that I'm a boxer, really. I'm a boxer. I knew that I couldn't play boxer with him. I knew that I had to go out there and I had to try to get in his face and I had to really try to apply the pressure and I had to work in that close range distance. So that's what I tried to do. And for the most part, I feel I was successful. But, you know, maybe I was amped up from the back and forth because I don't think I was amped up from the back and forth. It's just the fact that everyone was writing me off. You know, everyone would say, you're going to get knocked out like round 2, round 4.
I had a bit of a chip on your shoulder, so to speak.
Yeah, I had a bit of a chip. And, you know, it made me into a tough guy. And tough guys... This ain't a tough guy sport, you know. So I'll learn.
I thought you fought great, man. I thought you applied very good pressure. You made him uncomfortable. You know, in my eyes, you did well, man. You know, sometimes this is boxing.
Yeah, it's boxing.
So listen, Luther. Like I think in the interviews before the fight, and in all the interviews I've seen you do anyway, you're very cool, quiet, and all that. But then you bring, like you said, you bring a different energy into the fight, right? So it seems like, you know, the real fighter and the warrior comes out on fight night. Can you just tell us like a little bit about the mindsets of like what the type of mindset that you have when you go into the ring, man?
I think it plays to a part of the type of fighters I like to watch. Like I like my top 4 favorite fighters are like probably Roberto Duran. Then it's like Marvin Hagler. Then I like, you know, like Julio Cesar Chavez. Then I like Tio Trinidad. So I like these kind of fighters. And currently I like Errol Spence and I like Crawford. But most of the time I really like aggressive fighters. I like Mexican fighters. I like those kind of kung fu fighters. So I think my demeanor is calm and everything. But when I wanted to get in the ring, I'm not happy unless I'm getting action. You know what I mean? Unless we're trading punches, and obviously I got to work on my defense a little bit and my respective punches. But I mean that's the kind of fighter that I am, and I think I'm always gonna get fights because of it. But I just got to improve in a few certain aspects, and I'll be back.
Hey, cool. Luther, Monty Munguia here. Thanks for joining us, man. Hey, again, great fight. I feel the exact same way the guys do. I think even in the loss, you took something out of it positive, and I definitely want to see you again. That said, I'm wondering, did you pay attention at all to the betting lines, or did you notice the fact that you went from the favorite into a slight underdog in like a 4-week time span?
I never really paid too much attention to the betting lines because most of the time I am the underdog.
Okay.
I think for like six fights, I've been like the underdog. So like I just kind of stopped paying attention because I didn't want it to let it affect my my mind in any type of way, or like I won't be watching like interviews like boxing channels where they make predictions and talk about fight, because most of the time that kind of stuff can maybe play into your mind and maybe make you feel like the opponent, like the B side.
That's smart.
So I don't really pay too much attention to it. But I knew that I was the underdog. I think a huge part had to play with that was because of who Chris is. You know, Chris's pedigree as an amateur boxer, and also who he is signed with, Dylan White. So everybody already knew Chris. Where everyone knew that I'm not that experienced, and you know, I'm new to the boxing game. I've probably only been boxing like 5 years. So like everyone kind of knew that it was a big task for me, and I knew that. But you know, in this boxing, there's no risk, no reward. You know, you don't take chances. You're not gonna get opportunity. So
Definitely.
Yeah, that's true. Like, so, hey, how did the change of trainer play a part into this fight, right? So, because it's not easy to go into a big fight, but it's even harder to go into a big fight with a new trainer. So, talk to us about the dynamics with a new trainer.
I think for me, I've had like, I haven't had really the best. Okay, so when I turned professional, I was with a really good trainer, a really good Russian trainer, but like the language barrier and the fact that he's like an angry Russian, and I'm like a stubborn African man. So we kind of clashed in a lot of ways. So like, there's a lot of times I went into fights with not the best of camps, like camp chemistry and stuff. So like, and then there's fights when I train for there's probably like 3 or 4 fights where I've trained myself. So like, for me, the camp situation, it was fine. You know, I didn't really feel much of an effect of the change of training and everything, because like I said, I've went into fights under much worse circumstances. So in this camp, I had a new trainer. Obviously, haven't been together for a fight yet, but we got along well. You know, he's an English guy. We speak well, communication. So it wasn't. I don't feel had much effect. Like, I felt like I performed well. I trained well.
Yeah.
And just the outcome was circumstances and variables, man. There's always variables in fights, you know?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I heard that you trained yourself for the Freddie Kiwitt fight. And, you know, I was actually part of Freddie's camp, like, you know, did a lot of sparring with him and all that. But listen, that's crazy. How did you train yourself for that fight? That's a big fight, man.
No, so what happened? Like I said to my Russian trainer, we were in camp, right? And I think like 5 weeks out, we got into an argument. So my trainer left.
Oh, wow.
And then my manager was gonna pull me from the fight, and I was like, "Yo, no, we done like 5 weeks of training already. We've only got 5 weeks left. It's just sparring and like some, like, you know, some. I'll just spar and I'll do bag work. You know." I was like, "Let's just go. Like, we've done a lot of training already. We've got the game plan." So I just went through with it, and yeah, it turned out well, because, you know, most of the time, a lot of us boxers, we're not in the best situations. You know, we're not in the best situations, promoter-wise, training-wise. We're just trying to make ends meet, and only a few boxers start off with the best trainer, best promoter, best managers, and you just gotta make things happen for yourself most of the time.
Cool. Respect.
So, Luther, man, I want to ask, like, what are your ambitions outside of world titles and stuff like that? Like, in terms of your next fight or fights, what's more important? Just getting in the ring, fighting in the UK, or are you interested in fighting abroad? Because, you know, I would really like to see you over here with some American television fighters. Like, I think Eddie Gomez, I don't know if you've heard of him, Rashidi
I
Ellis.
know that. I know Eddie Gomez. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
he
Yeah,
lost twice to Rashidi Ellis, but he's a decent welterweight. You know, could give you a good test and barometer. I don't know if you think you're ready for a guy like John Molina that fought Crawford once upon a time. You know, he's still around there. We got, I don't know, anybody got any other names? But I would definitely like to see you over here. But what is on your horizon? What do you have your eyes set on?
I think right now, with taking this loss, like I said, my spirits aren't. I'm pretty good spirits, you know. It was a good fight and everything, but I just feel like I need more than the fights. I need to work on some stuff, and the only way you work on some stuff is in the fights. Because up until this point, I've just been taking fights because like fights that people didn't expect me to win. I think like four or five fights in a row now. I've been taking fights where people thought I was going to lose. And I just kind of feel like, okay, I need to take a step back and not rebuild, but build up my experience, build up my skills in the gym, and I need some opponents to work on. But in terms of fighting in America, like you just mentioned those names, it's crazy because I grew up watching who's the guy you just said? The guy that
Eddie Gomez. Eddie Gomez.
I remember watching Eddie Gomez and that fight. This was before I actually turned professional and I started boxing because so I was a boxing fan. I was watching you guys before I started boxing.
That's what's up.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to if they could put me into those names. I wouldn't even say maybe in the next 12 months. You know, that's something that extremely possible. I just got to get myself back in the winning column, have a fight or two to work on some stuff, and you know, I think Eddie Hearn was quite impressed with me, and obviously didn't win, but he said some nice stuff about me afterwards, which he didn't have to say. So maybe that's definitely a possibility for me to come fight in America, of course.
So listen, I know that like Al Siesta, your manager, has like a new promotional outfit, I think, called Cold Wars and stuff like.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be on one of those cards? And if so, is it gonna be in like Eastern Europe? I think it has them like somewhere in Eastern Europe, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a road warrior, so I know Al's got those cards, and I think he might have a show or two. I think he might have like 4 shows that are Cold War shows coming up before the end of the year. So hopefully, I'll get back in the gym next week, and then I can have a word about it. Well, I know he'll definitely be wanting me to get me back on, but just a case of who I'm fighting and what. But I definitely will be fighting in Eastern Europe again. I can in the near future, yeah.
Cool.
How soon are you trying to be back in there?
You know, after Saturday, I was with my roommate. I was like, God damn it, let me fight next week, man, because I was. But obviously, I think I'll take a week out of the gym. It's almost a week now on Saturday. Then I'll start doing a bit of training. But I'd like. It's hard because you don't want to come back too soon after a knockout. You know what I mean? Even though you want to, like, man, it's probably, you know.
What sort of suspension did the BBC give you for the knockout?
It's a month. It's a month.
Okay. 30 days, yeah.
But I
Stupendous.
think for me, as long as I have an 8-week training camp, like I could rest another week and then I have an 8-week training camp, I'd be happy to get back in the ring. So definitely.
You mentioned like the size was crazy with Chris, right? Like, you know, so do you ever even like consider maybe like going down? Is that a weight that you can make at 140 or?
You know, I think I possibly. The thing is, at 140, a lot of people have asked me before, but the thing is, I'm turning 25 in October, right? So like, if I should have been at 140, it's something I should have done at the start of my career.
Before,
because I think if I move down now, in a year or two, I'll probably move back up because it's not like it's not hard for me to make welterweight, but it's not easy. Like I don't just wake up and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like, I could make 140, but I always think, what's the point to make it for another 12, 18 months? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point really? Like I might as well just be a solid welterweight, and as I keep growing old, I'll just be a welterweight. You know what I mean? Because even like Chris, I'm pretty sure he won't make welter for that much longer. He's like 20. He's turning 28.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man.
You know what I mean? So I think a lot of fighters, obviously a lot of fighters try to get as low as they can so they can be the biggest or equal to everyone else. But end of the day, I'd rather be healthy and not be comfortable. It's not about being comfortable, it's hard, but I'd rather be healthy and go into these fights knowing that I'm not dehydrated or I haven't been cutting 10 pounds the night before the weigh and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to be dealing with that.
Yeah,
Hey,
makes sense.
did it have the big fight feel still? Because like, we're watching and, obviously the whole boxing world's, been waiting for the white card and Povetkin. So it felt like a big fight card, but the fact that it was in Eddie's backyard and there were no, crowds in attendance, did it still have that big fight feel that we felt watching on TV?
When I was watching, it was cool because I got to watch the cards from home. When I'm watching them from home, it still kind of has a fight feel. It doesn't have the big fight feel, but when you get there, it's like it's weird, right? It's weird. Like I will say that I think the Eddie cards, visually, are better than like the BT cards and the little TV studios because
100%.
It's just a different kind of atmosphere. It's different, like. Even the one they did in Tulsa in the middle of the street is different. You know what I mean? It's different. It has this like certain kind of swag. But it didn't have the big fight feel. No, it didn't feel weird because you're in a ring. So, like once you're in the ring and you're punching and someone's punching you, you kind of forget everything. You forget everything. But it didn't have that big fight feel. But I think it was similar to like the smaller shows where maybe you come in and it's only like the stage is not quite full yet and you got a couple of your supporters cheering you, but it's not like the big crowd. I think it's similar to that kind of feel, but I feel for the fighters once you're in the ring, it's the same. I felt.
Was it not strange like to be in a bubble like for a week with your opponent? Like how many times did you guys bump into each other like before the fight?
Yeah, we saw each other a couple of times. The thing is, like, even though we had a back and forth,
it's respectful.
It wasn't really like crazy, you know what I mean? It wasn't no like Mosley Mayorga, you know what I mean? It was cool. I mean, we saw him, we saw us, and we saw Dylan, and you know what I mean? But everyone was just kind of doing their thing, like in the day, like, there was no real beef, you know what I mean? There was no real beef, so I think the strangest thing was just being stuck in your hotel room. Like, normally like fight week, you might go for walks because you don't want to be thinking too much. Like, you might go for a walk. You might be hungry and you can't eat, so you go for a walk just to kill some time.
Yeah.
But you have to just stay in your hotel room and whatever, watch Netflix and play PlayStation, all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't too bad. It's camp life, really.
Cool.
When you're in the house, like, do you show up to the house like already? I mean, I can't imagine you'd show up in your trunks, right? They give you like a dressing room, but is it just like a bedroom?
Nah, do you know what it was? So we were in a hotel, so they actually booked a hotel.
Yeah.
They booked a portion of the hotel for all the fighters and everyone, and then it was only like I think 2 minute drive from the Eddie mansion. So like you actually got driven to the place, and then once you got there, you had a change in the room area to get dressed and get ready and before you go fight. So it was pretty much the same as every other arena. Like you stay in your hotel and then you get driven to the venue and then that kind of thing.
How long from when you got there to the house till you got into the ring? Like how much time was there in between?
We got there a good hour 30 before.
Hour before? Okay.
That's
not bad.
We got there, we got our hands wrapped, and then we warmed up, stretched, and went out. So I would say it was actually better than most big fight shows because normally it's a bit more hectic.
Yeah.
It was more like kind of straightforward, like, okay, here you are. You're getting ready, hands wrapped, everything was ready because normally sometimes you get to the venue, you have to actually find a free room
Yes.
You have to find a free room, then you have to find your cut man, and you have to find a place to stretch. You have to find a place to warm up where your opponent can't see you on the pads. Just like little things like this. But this was just like very straightforward. So it was. I had a good experience with it. It was a good experience.
Yeah, I remember covering this fight one time, a long time ago, and there was this fighter that I knew, Carlos Balderas, I think his name was, and the event had started. We were going with him, and I was walking with him, trying to get backstage. I had my credential, but we weren't allowed back there, and he kept looking in every room, and everybody was. But he ended up wrapping his hands by himself in the hallway. Because his trainer or something happened, but it was crazy. But exactly what you said, and most fighters I talk to will say that they'd rather go right away. I mean, they want the warm up. They want to get. They don't want to go out cold, but they don't want that long wait. That's what kills them. You know what I mean? So, I hear what you're saying.
Hey, Lufa, like, so on the domestic scene, I heard obviously, like, you want to obviously get back into the winning column and that. But once you've done that, who do you have your eyes set on? Like, is that a Josh Kelly or maybe a rematch with Chris or something like that?
I'm in the same gym as Josh Kelly. So
yeah.
Oh wow.
I've just moved to his gym. Yeah, I've just moved to his gym. Like I say, like I've sparred like numerous rounds with Josh Kelly, and I'm not at that level yet, right? I'm not at that level. Like, it's not like one-sided sparring, but you know what? With Josh is where he's just doing so much shit, man. He's just doing so much shit. You know what I mean? He's moving, he's fainting, and so like he can't. It's not one-sided sparring. Like, he can't come to me and just work, but I'm not at that level yet where I can actually get to him and land the kind of punches that I want to land, kind of stuff. So like, it's good sparring him because I recognize, okay, I got a lot to work on. But in terms of domestic scene, the UK's got a lot of fighters, man. Like, especially in the welterweight, there's a lot of fighters. There's going to be nothing but matches for me. So yeah, I mean, I'll fight anybody really. I haven't really got any names to call because right now I'm just trying to calm down and chill. But
come on, Lufa, don't be all like you have to come here and call people out. Like, and to be honest,
I respect that
I
though.
think no, but listen, I think that
real.
Josh Kelly is probably like awesome, like you say, inspiring. But when it comes to fight night, it does do a lot of feinting and all that, but it doesn't let his hands go as much. And like someone with your style that puts the pressure on him and that could actually work. Like, so I would like to see that fight at some point, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
not if he don't feel ready, because he don't sound confident. And I'm gonna be honest, I ran through American names, but Kelly was a UK domestic name that I wouldn't mind seeing him. And I mean, our chat is saying Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson really beat Kelly, so it would be the same thing if you went in there with Kelly. But if you mentally are already beat, you like, yo, he's beating me in sparring, I'm not ready yet, don't take that fight.
But at the same time, the only way you're going to be ready is by doing that, is by admitting, okay, there's this separation level and getting in there with Kelly time in and time out.
Talk to us, Lufa, man.
Let me explain what I mean. You know when there's a slick fighter and you can't get to them, right? But they're not approaching you to fight, so they're just being slick, but they're not coming to fight you. And it's just like you're punching air and they're not trying to punch you. So you're like, man, I'm not equipped yet to go in there and take out this guy, kind of thing. That's what I mean. It's just like, I need to get more punch variety, more punch volume, and fix my punch technique to be able to fight someone slick like that. So that's what I mean. But in terms of like, would I get in there with him? Yeah, but of course I wouldn't, because he's my stablemate anyway. So it doesn't matter.
I feel you, but at the same time, like,
real quick,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just want to jump in real quick with a super chat from Ben Fetalica. He sends a message to you. It says, big ups, Clay, and God bless your mom helping in the COVID wars. Peace up, my brother. Can't wait to see you fight again.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So so your mom's works in the medical field, Luther?
Yeah, she was working in the COVID wards, but she literally just retired like last month. So thank God she retired all healthy and everything. So
God bless her, man,
Listen,
and it's
Yeah,
good to.
Sauce.
Listen, let's get to the questions. We have a bunch of questions from our Patreons. First one is coming from Victor Banuelos that says, Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. Who wins and how, champ? Damn, that manifested yesterday.
Canelo too big. Canelo too big, man.
I just want all the Bud Crawford fans to note that when we ask Canelo versus Earl, people actually think it'll be competitive.
I think Canelo smokes Earl too.
Ooh, there you go. Yo,
Come on, man.
He's like, shut up, Ness.
Carlito in the UK says, what's good, Luther? Thought you put in a hell of a performance versus Congo. I wanted to ask, during the pre-fight build-up, you gave Congo a lot of respect and almost played down your own skills and achievements. Was this a tactic on your part? Also, would you move down to 140? You already answered the 140 part. Was that a tactic?
No, it wasn't a tactic, man. Like I said before, I was boxing up until like 4 or 5 years ago. I was just a boxing fan. So like when I'm preparing for these fighters, I'm like, oh yeah, these guys are good, and I think that's just the way I am. I'm just humble. I wouldn't even say humble because I just like boxing and I'm a boxing fan. And when I'm looking at these guys, I'm looking at what they do good. And maybe I need to be a little bit more confident by myself. But like I say, I'm literally in uncharted territory. I'm winging it. It's like if one of you guys, Ness, you guys were doing the boxing border wars, and then you just decide to turn pro. Every time you talk about a fighter, you'd analyze them. You know what I mean? You talk about their strengths, and that's where I'm coming from. And no, I'd never go to 140.
Hey, yo, Clay, you really listened to? He said Border Wars.
Yeah, word.
Damn, Clay. Now I wish you would have won. Congo, we coming for you. Congo ain't been listening to the show. Oh shit, man. I'm sorry. We picked the wrong one. Damn it. Go with the next one. Do me. You there or no?
Yeah, I'm there.
George Foster.
Next one's coming in from George Foster in the UK. He says, would you take the Conor Ben fight if it presents itself and the money is right?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm trying to buy a house, so you bring Conor Ben, man. Conor Ben fight, that's, like I said, I'm an aggressive fighter. Conor's an aggressive, explosive fighter. That's just an action fight. Like, I'm here for the fight. If they want it, now's a good time for them to take it because I just got knocked out. So they should be taking the fight if they wanted it. You know what I mean? I'm here. I'm ready. But yeah, I'll take that fight in a heartbeat. I feel like I could beat him. I feel like I'm a better boxer. He's more explosive puncher, but I feel like I've got more punch variety, and I feel like I would get to him. I feel like I can get to him. So if that
would be a war.
It'd be a war.
That'll be a war. Both of you come forward like swinging, bro. So that'll be interesting.
I
bro.
think he's wider than you, though. I think you probably will get him down the middle. He likes to get really wide with his punches. I don't know. You're kind of like down the pipe, and you stay low, or at least you stood low with the Congo fight.
Yeah, it's a great fight. It'd be an action fight, and look. Siesta Boxing and Luther Clay, we keep saying yes to these fights, man. We keep saying yes to these fights. So if it was a fight that to be made, and we all know it'd be an action-packed fight, there's only one reason why it's not being made.
Let's go. Ooh, you saying he doesn't want it, yeah?
I don't think they want any fights.
Damn, any fights. Okay.
No comment.
Next one's coming in from James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas. Says, salute, champ. Thanks for coming on the show. I thoroughly enjoyed your last fight and look forward to your next. My question is, where did the Black Panther reference come from?
Yes, I forgot to ask you that. I wanted that too.
I think, well, you know, when I first moved to England, I'm from South Africa. Like, I moved into like a very like super white town. Like, there was like no black kids. And then I was getting bullied a lot, and somehow I come up across like watching the Black Panther like party movement in America, and like I always like that kind of I don't know, that kind of gravitated towards me. So then when I was chosen a ring name, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the Black Panther. It was before the movie came out, so it was before the movie came out as well.
Oh, word, that's what's up.
That's where that came.
Stupendous.
Well,
All right, the next one's coming in from Ryan O'Rourke in the UK. What's up, Luther from Liverpool? You and Dylan White both have 2 losses, which define you as a boxer. Although some people who are fickle think it does. His ambition is still world title. What's yours? Lonsdale belt first, then see what happens?
Yeah, I mean, I think these losses can define you. Like, if you take it, you know, a lot of fighters, they lose and they go into hiding. They get all kind of like down about it. But you gotta realize this is boxing. You know, you get in a car, you might get in a car accident. You know what I mean? You might get in a car accident, but it don't mean you don't want to drive again. So for me, I'm in good spirits. I'm gonna learn from this, and we're gonna see where we go next. In terms of titles, the titles are cool, but it's about the fights, man. It's about the fights that you win and the fights that you lose and where it gets to. So if I could get a British title, cool. If I could get another like WBO, WBA, whatever title, at the end of the day, the thing that the fans care about is the fights.
Who's got the Lonsdale right there? Is it Jenkins, Luther?
Yeah, Chris Jenkins. Yeah, Chris
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Hey, what do you think about the Lonsdale belt? Like the way it looks?
It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's like
a lot of people hate it or love it.
It's a real unique belt. I mean,
it is.
It's a real unique belt. I like it. I like the look of it. I mean, it's probably
So
the
do I.
most prestigious belt. I think besides the world title, as a British fighter, the Lonsdale belt is probably the best belt to win, because you could have like the EBU title, which is above it, but the British fans won't care as much as if you got the British title, and that's the title that everyone recognizes. So that's
what I'm starting to learn.
Yeah, it has so much history behind it. I think it's the history behind the belt and the way that you have to defend it 3 times against mandatories or whatever until it's yours to keep. So like, you don't just win it and then you can fight bums. You win it and you're demanded to fight people that you want.
No, that's what's up. I didn't know it was 3 fights. I thought you had to win it and then defend it, and then that was it. You have to defend it 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
You got to win it.
Whoa.
And then you got to fight the baddest motherfuckers.
Say what?
Then you can keep it. Then it's yours to keep, you know.
Wow.
That's what happened to Bradley Ski. You remember Bradley Ski was the British title holder. He defended it 2 times. And then they were saying, go fight Manny Pacquiao. And he was like, no, I need to defend the belt.
Yeah.
He defended it instead of fighting Pacquiao, then he lost, you know.
He lost his opportunity. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Back to the Big Nick from the UK says, thanks for coming on the show, champ, Mr. Clay. A loss doesn't define you, but there can't be any backward steps from here, champ. Eddie doesn't have a big stable of welterweight fighters. Has there been any contact from Eddie to get you on his shows again?
I personally don't speak to promoters because it's something I don't like doing, because I think a lot of fighters tend to think these promoters are your friends. They're not, you know. Eddie's probably one of the nicest promoters because he talks to all the fighters and he talks to everyone. He's real approachable. But I just kind of let my management handle that. I don't talk to no promoters. I don't talk to no managers. I let my management handle that, and then we converse that way. So right now, even if there has been, I doubt my manager will be telling me anything because he's letting me cool down right now. And yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see what's next, man. We'll see what's next. I'm sure Al CS has already got something lined up in the pipework for me, but right now he's letting me get my downtime. So we'll see soon.
Listen, he's doing a good job for you, Al. Like, you know, I've watched a lot of interview this week, and you know, it seems like to me like he's a great manager to have. Like, so, you know, shout out to him as well.
And at the bottom of that question, it slipped me, Luther. He says, P.S. I need you to be Congo in my bet, crying emoji.
I'll bet.
Shout out to Big Nick, man.
Who was that? Yo, my Luther Clay is Ted Cheeseman. He ruined my parlay a year ago. Oh my God.
Who you bet against me?
No, not you. I said my Luther Clay is Ted Cheeseman. I put a parlay with Ted Cheeseman in it. I should have never done that. He killed it.
Next was coming in from Tracy. Says, I really enjoyed your fight. My question is, do you see a fight with Ray Robinson or Josh Kelly in the near future?
Tracy is TJ. I'm pretty
TJ?
sure.
Ray Robinson?
I gotta remember that.
some of these. I mean, yeah, I'll fight Ray Robinson. Yeah, I'll fight Ray Robinson. Shit.
Now
You know some of these. Some of
he's the
these
guy.
fights,
You know he's the guy that arguably got robbed versus Kelly. Ray Robinson is.
Yeah, I can't talk about all that.
And he arguably got robbed by Kavalaskis. Terence Crawford's trainer Bomac says that Ray Robinson beat Kavalaskis.
I think
so it's not an easy fight for sure.
I think he beat Kavalaskis. I watched that fight. I think he beat Kavalaskis as well, which says a lot, like you said, because of what Kavalaskis did to Crawford. And obviously, the Kelly fight.
What you mean? What you mean? What Kavalaskis done to Crawford? You know, Crawford wiped him out.
Nah, no, but he did drop him. He did drop him.
That wasn't counted as no knockdown. It wasn't an official knockdown.
Yeah, it looked like a knockdown to me.
Yo, it's funny. It's funny. I'm sandbagging you. Every fighter that talks about it says it was a knockdown, but the ref and the judge didn't count it as a knockdown. Just saying. Cue the beat, Doomy. Do-do-do-do-do-do. You know?
Yes. Oh, it's the same way that ref against Madrimov, right?
There you
go. Madrimov. What do you guys think about the Madrimov fight, though?
I mean, it was definitely a clean knockdown. I mean, a clean punch.
No, but the fight overall, like Madrimov wasn't looking as good as I thought, man. It was
as good as
time,
advertised. You know? As good as advertised. That's the thing. When we overhype a fighter, then he's got to meet these unrealistic expectations. But as a 5-0 fighter taking on Eric Walker,
exactly. Yeah.
He did really, really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Eric Walker tough. I remember watching him is it the Contender he was in?
Yeah, Eric Walker.
Yeah. He was good. He was a good fighter. So, yeah, man.
We got two more. Oops, sorry. You got that?
Sorry, there was this real fight that I was high on back in the day at super middleweight that Eric Walker beat, I think.
Wasn't it?
He's from Long Beach.
Super middleweight. Oh, I don't think he's super middleweight, but you got to be talking about the Cannon. You talking about Brandon Adams?
Yeah, Brandon Adams.
Yeah, 54-pounder.
Yeah.
He moved up to 60.
Didn't he beat him in the contenders, though? They were both in the contenders.
Yeah. Brandon Adams won. He didn't lose. He beat the contender series. And Brandon eventually moved up to 60 and lost to Jamal Charlie. He hasn't fought since then. We got two more for you, Clay. It looks like George in Dallas-Fort Worth, and I believe someone else I told Doomy to refresh, and it says you got that one, Doomy, or what?
Yeah, I got this Coach one right Myers. Here. This is George in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. He says, "Who wins, Loma or Teofimo?"
I don't know, man.
That means you want to say Teofimo.
Hey,
what happened?
Listen, I don't have no allegiances to. Do you know what it is? My head says Loma, but my heart says something about Teofimo can do it. But Teofimo a beast, man. You know that's a beast. But I think Loma's Loma. So I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know, man.
Bro, Loma is like Josh Kelly on steroid, man. All the things that you say Josh Kelly does inspiring, Loma does it all the time. Bro.
For sure.
Yeah, Teofimo got this, Luther. Don't let him sway you.
No, but you know what it is? It's Teofimo that's swaying me because I think what Loma's done as a fighter is dope. Like loss or whatever, I think what he's done as a fighter is like legendary. But then there's something about Teofimo. You know, Teofimo, he just got that swag that's enough to sway you because any other fighter in that division wouldn't even sway you, you know. So it's Teofimo that's swaying me.
All right. Next one's coming in from Coach Myers. Says, "Good morning, champ. You was fighting a great fight. And on that last round, I was screaming at the TV for you to take a knee and gain your composure. Did your trainer ever mention when you were hurt to take a knee throughout the fight instead of trying to fight fire with fire? I believe if you took a knee, the outcome would have been different."
Yeah, I feel like, you know, that 9th round, there was like 20 seconds left, you know, got knocked down in that. But even in the 9th round when I got knocked down, bro, I was coming forward. I was coming from him. I just got caught with a shot, man. I just got caught coming in without paying attention to what's coming back. So maybe I just, I can play over it in my head all over the time, think if I would have done this, but there's no point. It's done, it's done.
Yeah.
All right. Next, I think this is the last one. I believe so, Ness.
Yep.
This is from the Rich Kid. Says, who do you think is better, Congo or Josh Kelly?
He ain't gonna go against his stable.
It's a stable mate, bro.
Okay.
They not listening, Clay.
It's not even like that. Okay, look. Okay, they both elite amateurs, right? And both great boxers. But I was getting to Congo. There was things I was doing that he wasn't liking. I haven't been able to do that to Kelly. But sparring. Sparring.
Yeah, but
you put the little gloves on.
exactly. I mean, you sparring Kelly, but you're not going 10 or 12 rounds with Kelly, right? They taking you out.
No.
You guys are alternating, so you really don't know if in the later rounds your conditioning is better, where his seems to be poor. Time and time again, he gets in the later rounds and people are catching up to him. So, I mean, I know he's your stablemate. You might be seeing something different, but don't count yourself out, because you're not going 10 or 12 with Kelly. Like, he might be doing better than you in the first 2 rounds your coach puts you in there, or if he does 4 straight. But, you need a full fight with Kelly, man. Watch his fights. He kind of starts to slow down towards the later half of the fight, and that's where a well-conditioned fighter can, take a little bit of advantage. And he likes to be too flashy with the hands down. That's cute for Roy Jones, but he's getting touched. He's getting touched for trying to use that style. I don't know, but I hear you, man. Stable love.
Okay. But, yeah, man, you trying to cause beef, man. I'm trying to
negative, man.
Don't let him do that to you, Lufa. Don't let him do that to you.
What's the name of Kelly's trainer?
Adam Booth.
So he's not training you though, right?
No, there's 2 trainers in the gym. You've got Adam Martin and then Adam Booth. Adam's like he I might do a little more work with Adam just to work on my defense a little bit. Yeah. But I might take his tutelage.
How about H? H in the gym.
H, cool. I've done like a couple rounds of pads with H. They're all cool. They're all. The thing is, the style they teach is really like I've never really trained with them, only because like the style they do like the hands down and
reflexes and all that,
which is not for me. But they do a lot of good defensive work. It's just that I had never employed it in the past because I didn't want it to affect my game in this particular fight.
Makes sense, bro. Yeah.
Well, Luther, man, please give out your social media. Those are all our questions and the people's questions. We want to thank you, obviously, for coming on and remind you once again that you put on a great fight. Keep your head up. Listen, a lot of those questions were from the UK and from the US, where we're all established here, except for, obviously, Coach Mitty. So your fight definitely made it across the pond, and I would say this is your Diego Chavez moment. I think that Diego Chavez performed very well in the loss to Keith Thurman, and from there he ended up getting, I think, a Tim Bradley fight, a Brandon Rios fight, and someone else all back to back. So, hopefully these doors of opportunity open up for you, because you did put on a great performance. I want to see you again personally. When you do fight, I will be tuned in, regardless if it's a 50-50 or a tune-up, to get yourself back into the mix. You've made me a fan, so thank you once again, gentlemen.
Appreciate it, man. My Twitter is LutherClay95, and my Instagram is Black Panther Boxing, and that's everything, man.
Thanks for your time, Luther, and
thanks,
all
Luther.
the best.
Appreciate it, guys.
Can't wait to see you again, champ.
All right, champ, take it easy.
Ba, ba, ba.
Nah, good guy, man, good guy, and look. Suffering a loss is tough, but it's like I said, that's his Diego Chavez moment to me. He performed well. Obviously, Congo is not Thurman in the division yet when Diego faced him, but, Luther performed in a manner that I definitely want to see him again.
Bro, it's smart, articulate, and he's got like level-headed, right? So he's got a good approach to the rest of his career. So I'm sure he'll do well. And hearing that he's like now in the Adam Booth gym, and knowing like what his manager is doing, I'm sure he'll bounce back. So all the best to him, bro.
Ness, we got some super chats that neither Doomy or me can see.
No
so if you want to check
problem,
those
no.
out, while you get those up, I will say that I appreciated Luther's candidness. For him to come out and say, "Listen, I've sparred several rounds, with Josh Kelly, and I'm just not there yet." I appreciate that kind of honesty. It's that honesty that leads to the kind of work that can develop. Because if you're there and you're like, "Oh, I'm good, I'm all right. Oh, I'll fight that guy. Yeah, I'll fight him. Oh, I'll fight him too." It's like, what do you really get out of that? To think you're better, or think, and that's great. The confidence is great, and you need that heading into a fight. But in the training, that doesn't help you. It doesn't help you to just brush off facts when somebody else's levels above you.
Mario, you're right? But there's one thing knowing it and thinking it and talking like that with your team, and there's another thing, maybe giving too much respect in the press to a fighter. Because right now they're in the same stable for sure, and anything you say now, can play into the mental aspect like few years down the line. Those guys are in the same division. Those guys going for the same kind of type of titles
that
at
makes
the
sense.
end of the day. So yeah, it's great to be honest, and he's an honest dude anyway. That's cool. But sometimes you don't have to say things like, you don't have to call him out, but you don't have to just dwell on it and say certain things. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Real quick, super chats that I think you guys may or may not have gotten to. Ben Federica says, Battle of the Chins, 12 round split decision. What up, TBV? What up, chat? I think you definitely said that. 300 emojis and a peace sign.
Yeah.
Super Mech says, Mario, my boy, whether it's push-ups, your money, or your mustache. Spence.
Damn, he wants a stash. I'll
Yo,
put the
guys.
stash on the line.
No, you
Sorry,
won't.
I got to
ready
sleep,
for that.
guys.
You ain't
Go ahead,
ready for
Mitty.
that.
We know you got to get back to work, champ. Take it easy.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hey, thanks, Mitty.
No problem. Thank you, guys. Bye.
We'll see you.
There you go. So, he said whether it's your mustache, Spence will win whatever bet we have. Bud ain't that dude. Just a flop like Khan. Jared Lloyd says, Andre Ward has a masterclass instructional video on how to be a good boxer, and Crawford has a master trash video on how to fight bums off the street. It also includes ducking techniques and low balling tips when negotiating.
Damn, that guy is probably like writing at home on breaks because those are good.
Majid in Florida says, UK, where y'all super chats, bums, with a $10 super chat.
Who was that?
That was Majid in Florida. Says,
What
UK,
up,
where y'all super chats at, bums, with a big $10 fatty. Then we got Australia, which we did say to Clay. Luckily, we got to that while Clay was on. Next one is from Boxing Expert, which needs Doomy, because it says here, Crawfish no lo tumbaron, se bajó a escupir. He says Crawford didn't get dropped. He just bent down to spit. With a laughing out loud emoji. So yeah, all right. Let me refresh one more time, and then let's go to this. In the meantime,
let's go. I know it was a joke that Jared Lloyd was making, but I wonder if he's talking about the Andre Ward paid video. Y'all seen that? He's running like a class now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's already
he's doing.
I wonder if that's what he's talking about. I've been wondering
exactly
how good it is. I've actually been thinking about.
No, you got a real training. Like, I get it.
I know, but
I get you can learn something from Andre Ward, but I mean, if you got a real trainer that I pay for too.
Let
me tell you something. You could always learn from anybody.
Yeah, but
especially somebody like him. But there's nothing like hands-on.
Exactly.
But see, the only reason I want it is because like I'll find myself at the house like, okay, like right now.
Well, buy
we're
it,
gonna
Mario.
get done.
Buy it. Just buy it then. I'm trying to save your money.
I probably will.
Mario's like, you know what? Yeah.
He's convincing himself, so just buy it, bump it. Because
Or we put it on the Boxing Voices company card, and we break it down as a video, and then I get to use it anyway. No, I was playing.
Or if I get to it, stay tuned for, something that I got working.
Oh!
Do we put in
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. That means next year.
A 6-minute video.
Next year, he'll be dropping a 15-second teaser telling you to stay tuned again.
You're a hater, bro.
Nah.
You know what? If I were you, do me right here on air, I would drop his ass as a Border Wars student. I mean,
real quick, we got a super chat from Vincent. Isn't Vincent Big Mac?
Big Mac says, "Payday, boys."
He got paid. Just got paid. Friday night.
And
hit him with that Ric Flair.
Who timed out Rich Kid? What Rich Kid say? Damn.
Hold up, Mr. CYP on a counter pinch.
I never saw Mr.
Yo, hold on. I just realized something. I got reprimanded. Well, Ness complains that I big up fighters to put down fighters all the time. Like he'll give compliments, but then he'll put down other fighters all the time. I just realized this. Jared Lloyd disrespects every single person that Bud has fought every single day. He belittles Bud's competition every day. Ness, you ain't never had a problem with that. Is it because he disrespects Bud? He disrespects anybody that Bud has faced daily. I want to hear you tell that man, stop disrespecting other boxers just to put down my man Bud. Let's do that. Come on now, let's be fair.
That wouldn't be fair because your argument is every fighter. You put down anyone to win the argument, where he's just specifically talking about one dude over and over. If you want to win an argument today, you'll put down someone that you bigged up yesterday. Totally different, but thank you for
Super chat from Coach Myers says, "Here we go, the Nets versus CYP debate. 2 crying, laughing emojis."
We're going out to Amin in Essex. What's up? Real quick, Dan, we got to finish all this. We never went to any of this stuff, did we? Did we, gentlemen? Did we?
No, we did not.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
All right, shout out to the 2 people that subscribed since last night. We're at 772. So we keep fluctuating.
We almost did.
We keep fluctuating. We went from 73 to 70, back to 72. So
we on our way, gents.
Tell a friend.
Another super chat from Sam Henry says, now that Spence is staying in shape, he won't have a big weight advantage against Crawford. Spence is like 5'9". Crawford's like 5'8". Easy win for T-Bud. Hashtag pound for pound. Hashtag get ready to do them push-ups, Supermex. Hashtag a pie's coming to your face. No, I didn't say any of that last part.
So counter punch from CYP.
Oh.
Yo, y'all want to hear me thrash him like I always do. Y'all got to boomerang me because I'm tired of giving this man my money because he doesn't understand what I'm saying. You ain't got to get me. You ain't got to understand. The audience gets it. If y'all want me to kill him, I got the files. I'll kill him today if y'all want that entertainment. That's it.
Okay.
No comment.
Mr. Egomaniac.
Yeah, but then what are we going to do with the body? Come on.
Super chat from Jarrett Lloyd. Tell CYP to lay off the corn liquor. Bum Lord Crawford is the trash man. Hit that Carl Thomas one time for his daily emotions.
And I can't let go. We going out to the king of Essex.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
You have to stay spiritually.
Who is he talking to? You available?
Hey.
Absolutely.
Hold on one
Absolutely,
second. Hey, I'm at work, fellas. My bad.
All good.
Damn. Let me find out Amin is like a psychiatrist. He was like, you have to remain spiritually. And I'm like, whoa, okay. He's like
He's
a
a therapist.
social worker, maybe. Shout out. Shout out.
Or if you like a preacher.
What if Amin were a preacher? That would be crazy, dope.
That would be crazy.
Caesar. Las Vegas, what up?
Woo! Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back. We don't hear you under aguage. You under the aguage, B. Stonebone Boxing.
What up? What up?
What up?
What up?
Danny. Danny's a live dog for a bet. It would just really depend. If I was gonna bet him, I would wait to catch somebody slipping like on a night before type bet. You can catch it I wish it was like a still Vegas time. You know, you could get crazy bets on fights that they just be putting out just to get people to take bets at the last minute. Sometimes they be good, sometimes they be trash, but a lot of times you can get some money. And Luther Clay was aggressive. I like his honesty saying that he needs to get better, but Josh Kelly is not. I don't want to disrespect him and say he's not a good fighter, but he keep his hands down. He did lose to Ray Robinson. He was sure that Kavaliauskas lost, and we were sure that Josh Kelly lost too. So it wasn't even arguable to me. They both lost to Ray Robinson. He one of the guys who always get cheated. That's why I said I don't care if Bud don't even face Kell Brook. Go on and give Ray Robinson $1 million, knock him out, and then go ahead and target Keith Thurman as soon as we can get a crowd. But good job with the interview, man. Keep bringing in guys who smart, who can put out there what they're trying to accomplish. And I see some good things for him. He can beat some of these welterweight guys we see running around over here in America. So hopefully he get that opportunity. I'll catch y'all later.
Stonebone, thanks for calling in. I'm just happy so many people were high on him. Like, even after a loss, you know, he's got a lot of love from our audience that watched him and, you know, participated in our live fight chat. So that's what's up, man, because, you know, he spoke about depression and you know, suffering a loss and stuff like that and being inside your head. So, you know, shout out to Luther. Looks like we got Steve in Chicago. What up?
My town up in K-Town. Hey, Daddy, this is $1 beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yeah, good morning. How's it going?
All good, champ.
Yeah, so we're talking Danny and Spence, huh?
Danny Spence. More about the fact that Danny's a bigger betting favorite than Garcia was.
How do you feel about that, Steve?
Well, yeah, I that makes sense to me. I'm not surprised by that at all.
But why do you think that's so? If it makes sense, why? Because, right, like, Danny was never on the pound for pound list. Mikey was, you know?
Yeah, but I think they're looking at the size. You know, Danny, he's already mixed it up with the welterweights. You know, Mikey never had mixed it up with the welterweight, and he was coming up. But I will say this: I think that fight's gonna go 12 rounds. I don't see a knockout coming in that fight. I got Spence winning, but I think it's gonna go the full 12. That's what I'm thinking.
So you're saying a stoppage?
I'm saying there won't be a stoppage, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. Well,
but
Steve,
as far as the odds, I mean that's not a shocker to me.
You think that they're going to get in favor of more of Earl as the fight gets closer, or the Danny?
Be too late. Time limit. Rick in the ATL. Talk to us.
Buenos dias, muchachos. Hey, man. I'm pumped that y'all had Luther Clay on the show, man. I wasn't expecting that. he won me over as a fan. I didn't even know who he was before the fight, but me and my brother were betting. The whole family was watching the fight, and my brother had money on Congo. I had money on Clay. I got a funny little clip of it I'll send y'all. But after the fight, man, everybody was a Clay fan. I think he was the better fighter. Congo was just a little bit too big and caught him. So, anyhow, shout out to y'all and shout out to Luther Clay, man. I'll be following his career. Y'all have a good one.
Damn, he said he was the better. Did Congo just caught him? Heck no. Congo was nailing him with that left hook, but Clay is a dog. That's why we like him. I think him maybe like Beltran moving up to welterweight, or man, Pedraza might be too much, right? Where's Pedraza?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if Beltran's too much. Like that kind
because Beltran never been a career welterweight. He started,
but it doesn't matter. He's got that kind of veteran experience. Yeah, those are the type of fights where you can lose to a guy just based off of tactics and strategy.
What I saw in Clay is a lot of heart and toughness. He has some good legs. I think he just needs to tweak a little bit. Work a little bit more on defense. I don't mean totally go into defense mode, because I don't think that's what he wants to do. And usually as a coach, you don't want to take too much of that away from him. But if you get him in there, a little more careful, more feigning, more Canelo style-esque entry into the fire, into the phone booth, then he could do some damage, bro. Definitely.
Yo, who was that last call?
Yo, that Sour D is on D money.
Bro, you over there hitting the dance and shit.
On D money.
Who was that last call?
That last call was Rick in the ATL. That was my radio voice.
Yo, honestly, it's crazy that sounded exactly like my boxing Saturdays. Like the whole family gets together, watches it. You know what I'm saying? We making bets, we getting numbers. Yeah, we already have, like, we used to cut up papers.
That's
1 through 12, you know?
Yo, real quick,
we're going to do that in October, man. We're going to do that in October.
Hell yeah.
Me, you,
Dumi,
Enrique, my Jimbe, hopefully
Jimbe
Dr. Mofongo.
Hopefully, bro, Amin lives in Jersey, right?
Yeah, Amin is
hell
in Jersey.
Yeah, Amin, man. Yo, I've run into Amin in Newark, bro. Like,
word?
Yeah, like
that's what's up.
I'm dropping my girl off at the job, and there goes Amin and shit off to work too and shit. Like,
Yo, Amin's got one of the most recognizable voices. So
real quick, anybody on Blog Talk, remember you gotta press that 1 if you're letting us know that you want to talk. I mean, 256. I think that's Bo and Bama. Double check, because he's a ringer. Looking like
while we do that, real quick, Super Chat 704 says motivated by Majid, influenced by the TBV family. Stop shoplifting. Cheer. Then Brandon Maurice comes back, says counterpunch for CYP. Go ahead and smoke, Ness, since I'm not available at the moment. And Jarrett Lloyd, you seriously need a woman. Hey,
like this is what I'm saying. Their obsession with me is insane. Like, we're not even talking Bud today. We barely talked Danny Earl because we had an interview, but they're like obsessed with me. I don't mind. Listen, that all helps with the popularity and building the brand. If I didn't have
what the people say,
what's that song? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. And if I ain't have my little CYPs and Brandons, getting a little gang of dudes behind me, then I wouldn't be popular, man. So thank y'all, man, for helping the show grow.
Like you said, though, like people will get. Like if you'll win an argument with somebody or debate, or let's say like you say something to somebody they don't like they want to use like Brandon or CYP or J-Mac like to get back at you. You know what I'm saying? Like they represent.
Yeah, they're
like that's what it is.
They're listen, Brandon when he's available and CYP when he's available are the bud tenders defense attorney. They play defense, they get on there and they build the case and tell you why everything that I said is nothing but a lie and I'm a hater. Like, they're the defense attorneys, but I don't got to do that for Wilder, Thurman, Danny, et cetera, like Tank. We ain't got to do that. Like, let them waste their time. See, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about a completely different topic, but they'd rather talk about that because, obsession. It overtakes the mind. 917 on the Blog Talk, CYP on Skype.
This man just said the little CYP and the little brand. See, this is why I get credentials. This is why I bring statements. You can't put me down. That's what I do. I come off the mountain, I step on your head. The only thing little compared to me and Ness is your YouTube show to my YouTube show because I don't have one. But my gym is bigger than yours. My bank account's bigger than yours. So I don't understand this little. And if you really want to debate me, then put me on the show Wednesday and quit ducking me, son. Quit ducking me, son. Everybody knows you can't beat me in no debate about nothing. You can't beat me in a debate about when your child was born. I'll go get more information about when your child was born, how it was born, how much they weighed, and what day it was, and I'll crucify you on your own life. CYP's king. CYP's out. Boomy gang.
They're gonna have to send their best fighter for the champ.
Bro.
Well, we do know one thing, that you're littler than me. You're smaller than me, and that's size. And that's the biggest problem that you have, the little man complex. You know that you're very small when it comes to me, and that's why you pump all the iron. That's why you look the way you look, because you're mad. You're so small.
Hey, what happened?
Majimbe, what up?
Que lo que?
Que lo que,
Yo, that's what up, man. I just jumped on, man, so I didn't get a chance to hear the Luther Clay interview. I'm definitely going back. He got a fan for life here. I hope. Did he say anything about maybe coming over to the States and getting going with another trainer? Maybe like Robert Garcia, which I think would fit him beautifully.
Nah, he's over there, with his trainer, who also he gets help from Adam Booth. So he's with like Alan. He said Alex Martin.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I got, guys. Great show.
All right, CYP counterpunch from the first one was from someone, and then you got another one.
Oh, he's hitting me. Hey, there ain't no doubt about it. You at 6'5", 6'4", 200 or whatever, you definitely bigger than me. You bigger than a lot of people. But hey, how about we do this? Who's in better shape? Me and Ness. Who looks better? Me and Ness. Dude, man, you couldn't outrun me, outjump me. You probably could outdo me in basketball. I'll give you that basketball. You'll probably win because that's just how it is. I don't do the basketball no more. But everything else, man, I will smash you. There ain't no man in this audience who rather look like you over my 6 foot Adonis looking ass. I've been looking like this since I was a kid. You can ask people who see me. I am in fabulous shape. I am a walking poster. So if you want to have a push-up contest or run-off,
Ego.
Yo, what's that thing whenever like people get together? It's like a triathlon. Is that what it is? Where it's like you do 3 different things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nessie YP. Border Wars triathlon. Iron Man. That's what I was thinking of. They gotta play basketball. They gotta run track.
And he got a joust.
He won't make it through the first challenge, man. My Iron Man, the first challenge is chess.
Nah.
I'm a real man. I don't scream and shout. I play a man's game, chess, on a clock.
But no. See, but that's what I'm saying is we got to pick your thing, which is basketball. We got to pick his thing, which is track or cross country. I can't remember track.
On the internet, any given moment, talk to me. I don't play little kid games. You understand? I'm 40 years old. Fuck, I look like running on a track. You trying to hold on? You trying to hold on to your youth, nigga? I'm good.
He
dog.
said, "Race me."
Fuck is you talk? Race me. Let's do a foot race, my man. Like, listen, dog. Talk boxing, bro. You just nonsense, man. Look at all the fucking clown emojis and laughing out louds. Like, why would you want to be the butt end of a joke every call? Majid in Florida, talk to me.
What up? Hey, man, appreciate the show while I'm at work. I had fun with the little UK people trolling and everything, nothing serious. But, yeah, man, my call today is it ain't even about the topic. Yo, y'all need to get these likes up, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? And then UK, yep, we talking trash. What's up with those donations? Stop shoplifting. Everybody stop shoplifting. Show some love, man. That's all I got, though. Good work today, y'all.
Stupendous.
Counterpunch from Bo in Bama for the CYP. He meant Thursday because Friday. Today's Friday, but he put Wednesday show. I don't know. Oh, that's not a counterpunch. Sorry, that was just a donation to the CYP Wednesday show. Sorry, not a counterpunch.
Did you guys get Super Mex?
Super Mex says, let's settle this once and for all. I'll chip in if others will. How much for the on-demand Ness versus CYP debate show? contribute.
Here's the thing, though.
I'm gonna put
Honestly,
you to sleep.
I would rather see y'all debate something that like debate style where they get like random time. Like I wouldn't want a topic to be given. This is what we should do if we were to ever do that show. We'd give like a list of 10 topics to you, a list of 10 topics to CYP, and we just pick 3 of them. So at least y'all could be familiar, but it's got to be on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Ness ain't gonna come in with like a fucking Microsoft Word, and PowerPoint projections. But at the same time, I also know that if he has some preparation, it'll both debates would be better that way.
Yo, get to my man Lloyd.
Yeah, real quick. Jared Lloyd on the super chat says, CYP got all of these counter punches and still says nothing. Female energy is what he provides. Hit the Carl Thomas one time in his honor. To the bud tenders, your favorite fighter is Daffy Duck, a.k.a. the Nebraskan Hillbilly.
Well, I feel like Jared Lloyd just goes on like hour-long runs with the Carl Thomas on repeat. It's just like nothing but Carl Thomas on repeat.
Yo, let me get to New York City. First time caller, 917. Who's this?
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Whoa.
What's going on, fellas? It's your boy David Maldonado.
David Maldonado, what's up, champ?
Everything good, man. I'm on my break right now, so I'm able to call. What's today's topic?
Danny Garcia being a bigger betting favorite than Mikey Garcia was when he was facing Earl.
I strongly agree. For one, Danny Garcia, he's a welterweight. He's bigger than Mikey. He got a hell of a punch. And I know you guys don't watch old school fights, but I see this fight as being another Terry Norris versus Simon Brown. Everybody thinks that Errol Spence is going to bulldoze Danny Garcia. Ain't nobody at 147 levels ahead of each other. Errol Spence has 0 head movement. I've seen his legs turn into jelly a couple of times, and I got a feeling that Danny Garcia is long overdue for a big upset victory that he's known for.
David, but you got to be Puerto Rican. I see your questions on Patreon.
I am Puerto Rican, absolutely.
The Danny Garcia bias comes out.
Nah, I'm not going to be biased because personally I think Terence Crawford would beat everybody at 147 until he fights Jerron Ennis whenever he steps up to the plate. But I think Danny Garcia got a chance because, like I said, Errol Spence doesn't have no head movement. Y'all talking about him like he's Floyd Mayweather. He's not. He gets hit. His legs were buckled against Sean Porter, and Sean Porter couldn't even hurt that white boy he fought the other day. What's his name? The other dude?
Formella.
And Formella, yeah. He looked as sharp, but he couldn't hurt.
I gave you as much time as I could, champ, because I know you rarely call in, and that was cool, I was expecting more of a Latino voice. He's more of a New York City guy. Now we got to find out where you're from. Because that sounded
Nueva York.
That sounded New York. Latin. Yeah, no, that sounded New York heavy.
It was like New York Latin,
or is it Philly though? I mean, it's definitely East Coast is what I heard. We going out to North Carolina.
But before you do, real quick, Ben Fetalica says hire Dr. Phil to judge the debate.
CYP with the super chat says needs money to debate me. Call it cash out. That was a boxing bar. That was a boxing bar. Come back. Oh, yeah, you can't because Enrique bodied you with 6 sisters. Let's go to the ringer.
Out of the 6 sisters.
The ringer, Josh in North Carolina. What up?
What's up, TBV? My audio straight?
Yeah, better than normal,
straight,
actually.
Champion.
All right. Hey, man, yeah, I heard Mitty talking junk about it. I got to stop being on Bluetooth because I'll be on Bluetooth in my car. The topic, first of all, that was a good interview with Luther Clay. I'm a fan of his, man. That was a real good interview. Danny Garcia, hey, man, that caller that just called in, even though he's Puerto Rican, he talking truth, bro. That's one thing that scares me about Errol Spence. He don't have that head movement. I wouldn't mind putting money on Danny Garcia. Would I do it? I think not, but I can see him winning. Quick question. Does the ball fight on ESPN Plus tomorrow?
Whose fight?
Dubois. Is he fighting on ESPN
Oh,
Plus?
Yeah,
Dubois,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah, ESPN Plus.
Okay. Oh, okay. But it's a different card than the Jose Ramirez card, ain't it?
Yeah. That's gonna be an earlier card.
Okay. All right. Well, that's my call. Y'all salute y'all. Great show. I'll holler at y'all.
All right.
Yeah, just in case you are wondering, we will be doing live fight chats. I'm assuming we're gonna do the Dubois, right?
Live fight chats. Mario, what's that?
A live fight chat is when the TBV panel has a sit down show while we watch the fights along live with the listeners, and we all talk about it and comments and make fun of their shorts.
So essentially, we do the commentating, right, for the whole
exactly.
fight.
Well said.
And a lot of times we get good feedback, a lot, most and often, and they tell us that sometimes they just mute the TV and listen to us commentate. So, you don't know,
there have been boxers lately that have been saying that they love it, and I'm talking about the fighters that we've been commentating on.
Yeah. That's been pretty cool, man. It's getting creepy that they listen like that, man. Like Luther, when I was talking to Luther,
yes.
When I was talking to Luther, he's like, bro, he's like, yo, I just wanted to do good so that y'all don't be like, who the fuck is Luther Clay?
Can I read the three messages?
Go ahead.
All right, let me read them real quick. So
real
just
quick,
for context,
hold
go
that.
ahead.
Christopher, I'm so sorry. He super chatted, an hour ago. Using the Cash App. He didn't want us to get banged in the head, robbed by YouTube for 30% of your hard-earned money that you want to go to us. We got to give 30 to YouTube. So he used Cash App with the cash sign Ness GTO and said, for TBV, salute. Earl will finish his mission. Keith next. Okay, so he doesn't want Crawford next. He wants Keith next. Shout out to Christopher. We got another one from Ken Stone. This says, Ness, the Dominican Jim Lampley. Bang, 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 bang. 3
the Dominican
emojis.
Jim Lampley.
That's the first.
Boxing emojis. Yo, let me see. We got Blog Talk is who? Mario. While I go to...
I had Amin in there.
Majid,
That was the
did
only
we
other
get to
person
you?
that was there.
In Florida, Majid? Did we go to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Juan in the BX.
Juan in the BX.
Just listening, going once. J-Mac, give me a flash if you're ready, champ. New Orleans. Oh, Juan is ready, J-Mac. Hold on. Go for it, Juan.
Yo, what's good, fellas?
What up? Buenos dias.
Yo, put the song up.
Toma.
Pa' que tú sepas, papá.
Oh, yeah, so let's go. I think Danny Garcia definitely should have the edge on Mikey Garcia because he was coming up in weight, just like everybody says, and everything he saw wasn't there to see. But that's my call. I just wanted to talk real quick. Holla at y'all. Be safe, fellas.
Let's go, champ.
Yo, why I felt like I heard crickets in his background.
I thought I was the only one.
I'm like, yo, wait a minute, yo, where you at right now?
He's in the bushes right now.
Yo, Ness, that's
Coach Myers? No.
No, that's Zorro
Zorro, what up?
in ATL.
What's going on, everybody?
What up?
What's going on, fellas?
What up, champ?
Ain't hurt. Man, that Danny Garcia, Errol Spence going to be a good fight. I don't think anybody should have Errol Spence higher via nobody's been fighting either one. So I don't know how Danny has been preparing for this fight, but he has to come in here knowing that he can't lose no more in the welterweight division. He's got to win a fight. So I think he's going to come in there and try to put Errol out of there. And Errol's got to understand that, yeah, I'm coming off of this injury, but I still got to perform. So I believe it's going to be a 12-round fight. I don't think nobody's going to knock anybody out. And we're just going to get probably a split decision. That's how I see it. I don't see Errol running through anybody because I haven't seen Errol run through 147. He didn't run through Sean Porter. He caught a couple of guys before that, and it was a good fight with him and Brooke, and then he finally broke him down. But I don't see nobody at the 147 running through each other. All of them are good fights. It looks like everybody's on par with each other, and there's no runaways. So that's my call. Got to walk the dogs. Y'all boys be easy. Good hearing from y'all. Via this COVID. Y'all be safe.
You too.
Shout out Zorro. Hey, real quick, I found it. Let me read it real quick. So this is Ness messaging Luther Clay, right? And I'll just say who it is and then read the message. So this is Luther. You did. Oh no, I'm sorry, Ness. You did great, man. You've made me a fan. Luther. Thanks, guys. Ness. Great fight. I loved your pressure. Luther. Hey, glad you know who I am now. Been listening to all your shows saying who the fuck's Luther Clay. Luther comes back. Hopefully work my way up to contender again soon. Love the show anyway, guys. And then Ness said, let's schedule. Hey, listen, that's like the fourth or fifth fighter since the bubble, I think, that has come on and or not even come. Maybe they've come on, or maybe they've just said it in private, saying like, "Yo, I went back and listened to, y'all's live fight chat of my fight," and so far everybody's been cool about it.
Yo, you got to Federica's Dr. Phil tweet?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Coach Myers?
That's the one that I haven't. CYP sounds like a scorned child. Just what exactly are you so upset with, Ness? For bro. Laughing emoji.
He doesn't know why he's mad at me. He just knows that I'm the host, so he's like, I got to show the world that I'm better than this guy. So every day, that's his job. It's cool, man. Listen, you need a nemesis in the world, right? That's how you grow. You know, Rocky had Apollo, and then he had Drago. You know, you need that.
Club Elaine.
Yeah, you know, Club Elaine. James Benitez. James Benitez going once, twice.
James.
Boxing expert with the super chat, gentleman.
Says, CYP se le hace agua la cola. Hashtag Yuhu. Basically, what he's saying is that CYP is a scaredy cat.
You're such a liar.
You're
such a liar.
Yeah, he's
Yo,
look, it could be a scary cat. It could be he's a coward, or you say he's a pussy.
You're still lying. Where are you getting this from,
bro? Because you don't know the lingo. You don't know the lingo.
Okay. So what? Boxing expert. What nationality is he?
Look, if I tell you, if I'm talking with you
bro, I don't think you're deciphering it right, and that's why.
Let me tell you.
I'm
about to explain it to you. You're about to learn a little bit of our culture. If I say, if we're about to go do some dirt, and I see you nervous, right? And I say, ¿qué te pasa vos? Se te hace agua la dona. You know what I'm saying?
And how would you translate that?
You shit. What? You scared right now? You shitting yourself? What's up? Say, your butt get moist.
Exactly. I think you're saying it wrong. I think that's what he's telling them. I think who's that? Shannon?
That's Shannon the Cannon.
Cannon, what up,
champ?
champ?
You feel me?
Yo.
Cannon.
Yo, we had Luther Clay on, man.
Y'all. He's scared.
He'd have loved to meet you. How are you though, champ? Where you go? You lost him?
He can't. He's twisting. He's twisting right now.
Going to put on one of them fly caps.
Can you guys hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Look at
him.
Champ, man, every time you come on, I got to ask about the hat, man. When you going to send us the link so we can start buying the hats, man?
I want that shirt.
.com.
Let me see. I'm checking right now, see if he ain't telling
What happened?
a lie, y'all. ShannonBriggs.com. Let's see.
Let's go, champ.
Let's see. Because last time they wasn't on there, champ.
Hey, wait. I don't know if they updated, so don't go yet.
Here you go. Yo, I don't see it.
But these hoodies are fly, though. Hell yeah.
I do like the hoodies, but not as much as that hat and shirt, man. That logo is the one I want.
Thank you, brother.
Yo, I want this Brownsville and Mets colors.
That
That's
cap,
dope.
man, is that cap that I want. That's the cap for sure. Let's go, champ. Nah, it ain't.
Damn, but look at these other hoodies. I like the logo, champ. I like how you got it. Like, it looks like a certified, kind of official stamp almost type of thing. That's what's up.
Okay, so you got...
Because you got the gritty logo,
So he got
and
the
then you
phone
got the,
cases.
like, team logo.
Thank you, brother. ShannonBriggs.com. Check it out, y'all.
He got the phone cases going on now. Shannon, I'm screen sharing all the products, and we do not see those hats. We do see a lot of hoodies. You definitely got variations of the hoodies
You got the
going
beanies.
on. You know, you do
Everything
got,
on fire.
Hey, somebody could give me this mug. Any of my you know I drink coffee, man. Let's go champ all city boxing mug. I like that.
Oh, I like that. That's
Let me put the
fresh.
picture with the hand holding it. Okay.
Yo, look at the hoodie right next to it though. That gray with the blue, it pop.
That pop, yeah, nice
Hey,
little
champ,
pop.
champ, I need that cup of coffee, man. I need.
Oh, hey yo, Mario, this something you will wear. Look,
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
Little
go.
champ in my cup.
Yo, how you got some Let's Go Champ socks?
Oh yeah, I would rock those for sure.
Yo, you ain't got my hat though, champ. I'm at the hats. I still don't see my hat, man.
Man, I'm sorry, brother. I apologize. They might not be never updated yet.
Oh, he got the watch
the Let's
band.
Go Champ leggings for the girls.
Come on, man.
Oh, he got the
It's
watch
going down
band
the
for the
side, y'all.
for the iWatch.
It's going down the side. Hey, Brandon Maurice, you better get some of these for your lady, man. Look at that. Ah, man. Here we go. Dan, you still ain't got the hat, man. You playing us, champ.
Nah, you update them.
How's training going, champ?
Training is going well, man. I've been doing a lot of business as well. I've been, wearing a lot of hats, but I just got some news that is all inspiring. That just got me super motivated. I'm fighting in November. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing's changed, but it's training. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. At my age, 48,000, it's been hard, but I'm doing it every day. I'm pushing forward. I had a hard session this morning, a nice running session this morning. I say that, but I'm feeling good. My weight is down. I'm looking forward to it. But I just got some good news that just got me more motivated, man, than ever. So I'm just pumped up, man. I'm ready to go.
That news ain't shareable yet.
I'm sorry, brother.
That news ain't shareable yet.
No, not yet. Champ got a big mouth. I can't say too much.
So who you training with though? You went back to Herman or what?
Nah. Herman is training Holyfield right now. I heard.
What?
I heard that as of this morning. So you just heard that, and I just heard that.
I'm about to text Herman right now.
Say
what? You text him right now. I heard they training today.
You know, I changed his name from Herman to German because
Holyfield been looking good too lately. I mean, not champ good, you know what I'm saying, but few of us look champ good.
I'm ready for him right now too. Herman,
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
And he training with my old trainer. Ain't that something?
Yo, that's a storyline.
What's crazy is Herman don't even know I know.
Oh, word. Damn.
Herman don't even know I know. I just found out.
What?
Let's go, champ.
Let's see if he hit me back, because sometimes he take a little bit of time.
But y'all are good though. Like you don't feel no type of way, right? Like he didn't have to call you or nothing. Or you think you should have gotten a call?
I think he should have called me, but it's just whatever. He grown. He do what he want to do. But it's what it is. I would have called him, but he know what it is.
But Shannon,
Holyfield don't know what it is.
I'm gonna be honest.
He old though, so I don't want to disrespect him. Old.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest though. I feel like you was on the show one of these days, and you said you mentioned another trainer you was going with. So maybe he just heard that show and heard like, okay, Shannon going another route. So I'm free to go ahead and train. Evander, you did mention another name. Do you remember the trainer you said you might use?
Jesse. I remember Jesse Robinson. Jesse, he know I know Jesse. He know Jesse, my man, and he my man. I called Herman. I said, yo, Herman, I'm coming down to your gym. Well, I ain't say I was coming down, but he said they was all under lockdown. He got like 15 heavyweights over there. He said they all under lockdown. He not letting nobody out or in, blah, blah. So I took that as I can't come in and get no work. You feel me? So I was like, but he my man. I love him. That's my brother. But I took it as he don't want me to come in the gym because they quarantined. Because they quarantined. So I said, it's cool. Quarantine him. So, but then I hear he training Holy. It make me feel, I don't feel no way. I'm the champ, Shannon the Cannon, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. But
let's go, champ. You feel me?
Let's go, champ. But I did say, yo, see, he gonna go down there and do that. He should have told me, yo, you're a champ. I'm gonna train Holy, because me and Holy had static before. That's why I thought he would have said,
yeah, I remember you said.
But it's all good.
Word. Yo, he got them fighters quarantined for COVID-19, and he got his heavyweights quarantined for Shannon 2020. You feel me?
Let's go, champ.
Ben Federica super chatted, says to the champ, "Hey Shannon, God bless. Let's go, champ. Did you think Holyfield was ducking you back in the day? Your inside fighting was impeccable, champ. 100% emoji, peace emoji."
Thank you, brother. No, I don't think he was ducking me back in the days. Holyfield for everybody and anybody. He didn't turn nothing down. He wasn't. The opportunity never arose for us to fight. You know what I'm saying? When I became WBO champ, was it talked about? I don't even think it was talked about then. But it just never was. It never was on his radar. It was never on his radar. He turned nobody down. He fought everybody. He probably would have smashed me up then. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I was immature and young and just. But now, look at me, y'all. All it takes is one and done. All it takes it's just like, man, no dough. Like, all it takes is one. All it takes is one of these. And I'm telling you, it's amazing how I'm just getting stronger. I don't care what they say. You got to understand me. How old was Larry Holmes when he stopped fighting?
Like 50 something.
Thank you, brother. Yeah. You feel me? The only reason why I haven't been fighting, champ, is because I'm working. I'm a businessman. I'm keeping my family going. But once I get everything, because I vowed never to be like with these promoters again and managers, and they just have me, you know what I'm saying, living fight to fight. It's been hard for me, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because of my, there's a lot of different things. But with that being said, I'm doing it my way, like Frank Sinatra. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to fight my way in shape when I'm comfortable. I always boxed under the gun. I always boxed with having to make money. My whole career. I was homeless. I got out the street because of boxing. I was always because boxing making me a living. Never comfortable. Never saying, I'm just doing it because I'm having fun. I never got to enjoy it. So now I realize what it is. It's a mental thing. I need to be straight so I can train and fight at peace. Not worried about the investors, how much money I'm going to make. And I always been self-managing because I've been surviving. So I had to self-manage myself, self-promote myself. I wasn't nobody making me famous. It was me. Let me go knock on the doors. Let me go get in Vogue magazine, GQ magazine. Let me go get on this TV show. New York Undercover. I'm a New Yorker. I was going out there hustling, putting myself out there when other fighters don't do that. And that's why they become good fighters. Because you got to concentrate on your craft. If I'm out here hustling, making deals and living in a big house and driving big cars, I'm burning the candle on both ends. And I'm talented, but I'm hustling. You can't do it, champ.
I see.
I feel you on that, champ. I will say, though, that I remember us speaking a few weeks back and you saying that one of the biggest issues with your career was that you weren't able to ever fully focus strictly on training because, you had to worry about living, right? But now you're in a situation where, you have positive things outside the ring, but isn't it kind of the same thing where your direction or your attention's being pulled in different directions, or how is it different from back then?
Because, champ, and this is deep to some, and it's nothing to some and to others. But it's real simple, real simple. It sounds real simple, but it's deep. You got to have a team. You got to have the right team.
People that love you.
You could be all your life and never have a team. You got to have team players. You got to know how to work with the people you work with. Let me give you a quick analogy. It's like baking a cake. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have flour, you gotta have sugar, you gotta have a whole bunch. But guess what else you gotta have? You gotta have an oven. You gotta have a bowl. You gotta have a spoon to mix it, a mixer. You get what I'm saying? You can't be the mixer, the bowl, the eggs, the flour, the sugar. You get me? Everybody gotta play a part.
Yo, I feel you, champ. I go through that, man. You need more people on your team so that you can focus on the proper things, man, to get you to that next level, man. I definitely can relate on my own level. But
No,
you
I
got that
definitely
now,
relate.
man. You got that now. And honestly, man, I feel like we got that now. We got a pretty solid team, and we've been being very consistent since then. And
But
that's
let me
what's
say something,
important.
champ, please, before I lose my train of thought. You know what I'm saying? Side effect my medication. Let me just say something real quick. People will look at me and say, "Yo, Shannon, you're a fool. You're an idiot because you are underachiever because you saying you had talent, but you was doing the business and you was doing this and you was doing that." Let me tell you why I did that. Because when I first began boxing in like late 87, 88, right? I was seeing old men in the gym boxing with nothing. They was old fighters. They was in the gym trying to fight. No, fighting pro. Fighting pro. I was a kid. I was looking at these old men that they was driving to fights. On certain days, they was taking them to Madison Square Garden. They was taking them to other to Connecticut, Jersey, driving to the Bronx, to putting them on shows. They was coming back. Oh, what happened? They was all telling me he got knocked out. He got beat up. They was all journeymen. All couldn't talk, couldn't walk, couldn't do. They was journeymen. They was doing this every month, getting knocked out. I was like, damn. I already advanced to the end of the career. I said, so this is how you end up if you don't have a plan B, if you don't have something else to fall back on. This is how you end up. Every fighter you look at living below the poverty line. Why? Because after the career, who around? What, you gonna become a trainer? What you gonna become now? Huh? If you got beat up bad, your faculties is off now. What can you do? Technology has advanced so much that you tell the average person, go get a job. Job doing what? Everything is automated. So what do you tell a boxer who put his life since he was a child, 10 years old, 8 years old, 12 years old, 15? Now, what does he do now after boxing? I was already thinking, damn, this is the end of the road. Let me do something that I can try to make it big. But you look at even the ones with the money. Afterwards, the money go. Then what? You gotta have revenue coming in, a constant influx of money coming in other than boxing to fall back on. You feel me? Or you're gonna end up back in the ring, living below the poverty line, struggling because boxing don't have no union. It don't have nothing for you after boxing. You feel what I'm saying, champ?
Definitely. And to have that financial pressure off of you, I mean, maybe and not complete, but to be in a comfortable position and not have to fight like it's your bills on the line, like it probably opens you up in a way that, you might not have had that luxury before. You know what I mean? You can just focus on your performance and how you win, as opposed to having that pressure that can hinder you. Some people might say, oh, well, it's probably motivating to have it, but no, it can be such a hindrance that pressure and anxiety just eats at you.
Brother. You're a smart brother. You're such a smart brother. You have such a good insight. You're right. You're such a smart brother. Because now, guess what you're not being able to do? You're not being creative. You can't be creative when you're under pressure.
Oh, yeah.
You just like, damn, let me get creative. I used to watch fighters like Roy Jones and be like, wow, damn. It was a time when I used to try to throw 3-4 hooks on my own, naturally, before I went to a trainer. You know what I'm saying? When I first was in the gym, I was, letting my shit go. And it's just so much to when the pressure is off you in some way. And then again, pressure, they say pressure busts pipes. So you do need maybe a little bit of force. Look, man, there's no complete recipe. You feel what I'm saying? There's no complete recipe. We just got to do the best we can. And that's what I've always tried to do. But I always looked at it like, yo, this is a business that's a cruel business. You can end up this business. I seen some bad shit in this game, y'all. I seen some heart-wrenching stories in the game. Yeah, I'm talking about people move on with their lives and people forget about them. That's just the world, how life goes. But I've seen heart-wrenching stories in the boxing game that make you say, damn. And then people say, oh, well, go on to their next drink and keep it going. But heart-wrenching stories.
Yeah, man, I seen one the other day, Champ. Damn, you just reminded me, man. Yeah, a boxer, I forget his name. He was a Hispanic boxer, man, and he was on the bed, man, on a girdle, and he couldn't talk. You know, they was cleaning his dribble up, and there was nothing for him, man. There was just nothing for him, man. And just seeing him there, kind of like, you know, damn, it looked like he wasn't even there no more. It was sad, man. It's sad to see that. When you say heart wrenching, it is, man. It is.
So many stories, man. Like, where's Wilfred Benitez now?
Word. Where's
Wilfredo now? You know?
Yeah.
There's many heart-wrenching stories of boxing. We can go on and on and on. Present day. So I say that. I mean, I know fighters. This is a tough world we living in. So nobody getting no excuses, no pity parties out this bitch. Let's go, champ. So listen. All I say is this: in this game, you got to be a strong motherfucker. And it took me all these years to get to where I am. And I say that to say now, I'm back. I'm strong. I'm going to be fighting with a different motivation. I'm not, it's no competition. It's just fun, relaxation, having fun, and knocking out bums and pies, whatever y'all know. This no bums. I don't like to use that term, bums, pies, having fun and enjoying myself. I might go on to, I might fight for the next 10 years.
Yo, you know what I'm
but Holyfield, going back to Holyfield. Yeah, Herman over there training them and shit.
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Real quick, let me just get to the super chat. Got a super chat couple. Teddy B Midwest Sports Talk said Steve Kim is a bigot. Just started the show. Okay. Big Super Max says, was Shannon versus Tyson ever offered in the 90s?
Yeah, it was offered in early 2000s when he fought. Who was he? Well, shit. When it was offered not in the 90s, but it was offered like in the early 2000s. I think something like that. And then was that in the 90s though? It might have been the 90s. It might have been the late 90s. And I said, yeah, but it was just speculation and talk and all that because he was looking for an opponent. And I was like, yeah, I'm with it. You know what I mean? But it never popped up. But, this whole thing with the Roy Jones shit, it threw me off too because I was like, we was in talks and everything. And, but I don't even know if that's still going down. What's up? Y'all heard anything about that Roy Jones fight?
Yeah. Last thing I went was Roy had, I don't know, something was going on with some agreements and he mentioned maybe not doing it, but I didn't know.
Well, the problem with Roy was that he was saying that he was never wanting the date to change. And if the date was changing because fan attendance, then that's a whole different negotiation. That's a whole different purse. He basically was saying that if they're going to get fans, that that the money's not right.
Not only that, he also
champ Shannon the Cannon. Ooh.
Yeah. Word.
Look at him. This is what they want to see, y'all. They want to see Shannon. They want to see Mike Tyson versus Shannon Briggs. That's the fight they want to see. You feel me? That's what the fight is. The only fight out there.
Lean, bro. You looking so lean. It's crazy because we seen each other every Friday for the last 2-3 months, right?
Yeah.
Yo, you looking lean as hell.
Yeah. I ain't shaved for nothing. Look at me.
10,000 years old.
Yo, you're
look at me. I'm going crazy. I need to fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Real quick, Suede Puma says Shannon need to go on the smoke box with Be Real. Let's go, champ.
Yeah, you've been on the smoke box.
Oh,
shit. I got too high though. I ain't gonna lie. I got too high. At one point, I started coughing, and I was like, yeah, I wanted to catch that. I was out of there.
Bro, they got that good smoke.
Yo, when you hit that big cough and you come back from it and like, oh shit, I'm in the zone now. It's like, yeah, you got to be in the right place for that.
Yo, he said shout out Kai. He from Brownsville too, Shannon.
Oh, word.
Who that?
Kai, the one that I just read. He's from Brownsville, so he said
Brownsville, never ran, never will. Shout out to my man Kai from Brownsville.
Yo, champ. let's ask you the big question. Everybody been asking if you were coming on Friday to ask what you think of Dillian White, champ. Did you get to see it?
Yeah, my boy, he got caught with a vicious uppercut.
Did.
That's the question they had on the super chat. It says, Shannon, what do you think of the White fight? You think he can make the changes in the rematch?
Ooh, my bad. I didn't see that one.
I think the chances is to go out there and he know one thing. He know one thing, that he can hurt Povetkin. You get me? He knows that he can hurt Povetkin because the shots he hurt him with wasn't like a big load up shots. It was just regular shots, not regular shots, but it was one of those hooks was like a check hook and it dropped him. You know what I'm saying? One thing he knows is that he can hurt Povetkin. So now one thing Povetkin knows too is that he can knock him the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So now my thinking is make it a gunfight early. Make it a gunfight. The one that I don't like, and I was with my boy Dylan, I tell him, yo, broski, that was a setup, broski. Yo, every time Dylan do this, right? This defense right here, when he goes to this side, what's open? The right hand, the right side of the body.
Yeah.
Povetkin seen it. Look at the fight. He started snatching down to the left hook to the body. That's not his big punch. I was like, damn. Povetkin had time to go over there and hit him through the left hook to the body a couple times. When he went over there, when he came out early, he went up there. He didn't go around this time, y'all. He went up the middle.
So you think he was setting him up for that shot?
Of course he did.
Whether he knew that
it was gonna land.
That's what happens when you do certain things. Him being open for that shot wasn't something that Dylan's always been open to that because this is what this defense brings. That's why you do it to the side. That's why you turn to the side and you show half your body. So this way you can block, you can drop down to block the left hook to the body with your right hand. When you like this, what's going to happen? If I turn this way, you're going to go to the side and you're going to snatch the body. You know what I'm saying? If you change the angle and go to that side of me, what you going to do? You're going to rip this side of my rib because why? That's showing. You feel what I'm saying? So when he kept going to the body, I was like, ooh, that's nasty. And that's not even Povetkin punch. But guess what Povetkin punch is? That one up the middle.
Hell yeah.
Champ. So now, going back to the fight. Gunfight early. Let's go, champ. Gotta be. Because this Povetkin is too dangerous. But you know you can hurt him. So be on your hard jab, hard right hand, left hook, back to your jab. Try to keep him away, but hard. Away and hard. Let him lunge and try to gun him. And we got to take it to where we got to take it. And then it's heavyweight boxing. He's dangerous. He know he can knock you out. You got to make it a gunfight early and don't cover up. Don't cover up. Fuck this covering up shit. That's not going to work with this bastard. It take too long. It was going to slow him down because anybody's just blocking and you punching, if you're not getting in, it's going to cost you some money. It's going to cost you a little bit of energy, right? It's going to cost you some money. So if Dylan could have surpassed that and his onslaughts, he was going to take a little bit of his gas. Now Dylan could punch. That's why Povetkin was getting hurt. Why? He was running out of gas. His shots that hurt him that wasn't that big, he was running out of gas.
Word.
He was running out of
I love that breakdown.
Povetkin got a good 3-4 rounds in him hard. What round was that?
So don't you think it would be smarter for him to kind of take him not the full distance, but to get him beyond his comfort zone? Because if he goes in there with a firefight, aren't you risking that same exchange?
You got a point, but he know he can knock you out. Okay, it could have been a moment where he slept. He wasn't expecting that. It was beginning of the round. Right. You could look at it like that way too. You just you know what? Look, it was beginning of the round. You kind of didn't expect that, but it's boxing. You got to always expect
heavyweight boxing.
He KO'd him in a fifth.
That's what it was.
So he got a good 2-3 rounds in him. He started getting tired and getting dropped by not the biggest punches, y'all. Look at it. Not the biggest punches was dropping him because his gas was going down. He came out that 5th round. He had a great last bolt of energy, like fucking let me, and he leaped into that shit. He got my boy up out of there, right? You could look at it one or two ways. You could go at it like I'm going at it like fuck it, it's a gunfight. I'm gonna shoot and just run out there and start shooting and see if I can shoot him. And if he shoot me, it was cool, man. Fuck y'all, I'm out of here. But I'm trying. If I shoot him, you know what I'm saying? But if I shoot him, ooh, I'm back, right?
Word. And he had nothing to lose at that point, so it's like
I'm a risk taker. This dude here. But you do the other option is like you said, like, you know what? This bastard gonna run out of gas if I just keep him on this hard stick and take his onslaught for 4 or 5 rounds. This bastard gonna run out of gas.
Yeah, I like that. I like that method better, man. He should have just kept him at the end of the punches because you know how Povetkin is. He starts to lunge in with his left hook at times. You know when he needs to try to get his opponent. I think he would have got him good with a stiff jab and a right. And I would have never wanted him to be in there in the pocket with Povetkin, man. Guy with shorter arms in the pocket.
I don't like that cover-up defense, man. I don't like this shit, bro. That's a no-no, bro. I don't care because somebody can punch your arms, man, and knock you the fuck out, man.
I think it's more like a defensive show when you're tired. Maybe you could absorb some punches, man, off the ropes. But, yeah, you got to know how to use that guard. You can't just stick with it. Yeah. In certain situations. Real quick, Champ, I got Ben Federica says, Champ, I would like to see you fight Kali Mihan. Triple piece emoji. That's my dream fight. Who's Kali Mihan? Anybody know who Kali Mihan is? Gonna have to look that up.
Wow, man. He trying
Ken,
to get that name.
Yeah, Ken says, shout out, Champ. BK all day.
Ooh, let's go, Champ. Look at him, y'all.
Vamos, campeón.
Shout out to you, brother.
And that's it for the super chats right now. I'll find out who the heck is Kali Mihan.
Hey, y'all guys, I got to make some calls and get back to work. You know what I'm saying?
No problem, Champ, man. As always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys. You're the best. Thank you, Champ.
No problem.
Yo.
All right.
Okay, Kali Mihan. You want to know who this guy is, Champ? He's 42-6, 32 KOs from New Zealand. 6'5", 81-inch reach. My man looks like he's like a straight up hitman. Got that serious look on the box rec. Oh, snap. He fought Joseph Parker last. So I guess that's the guy that Joseph Parker TKO'd last.
Well, let's see. We got to get back to these callers. I know we got Steve with a boomerang from 704. What up? Steve, boomerang 704 going once. Twice. Intrigue, what up? Oh, you are there? No, Steve? All right. Intrigue in Atlanta.
Rambo, Ferrari, four-wheel, made.
Now Steve's ready. Sorry about that, Intrigue. Steve, what up?
All right, yeah. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, hey, thanks, 704. Shout out to him. Hey, I want to tell you said Clay was listening to your show. I kind of agree with that other. I think it might be difficult, but if he could get over here and hook up with one of the trainers over here, I think he has a lot of potential. You know, he's a live dog in the ring. I see him going places. You know, if he can do that, I don't know how difficult that is from to come over here. But another thing I want to say, man, where's all your UK super chats, man, or your UK cash apps that they were saying they're sending you?
Hey, what happened?
You granted them a UK fighter today, and I don't see any love for you, man. What's going on with that?
What do you mean I granted them? Did you not think Luther Clay fought well?
Hey, he fought really good. I picked him.
All right, so why is it a UK-US thing? I'm a US dude that thought he did good. I picked Congo, but I thought he did good and deserved to be highlighted. not because he's from the UK, because he fought well, and I would like to see him
Yeah,
fight
but you get a lot of you get a lot of people. Oh, so you're gonna defend it that way, huh? You get a lot of people send you in stuff when it's American and that. Now you want to twist the narrative. All right, man. Hey, I hear you.
Yo,
I hear you,
champ,
brother.
you got a weird obsession with the UK, and that's cool. Y'all all do. Y'all got this thing back and forth. But keep in mind, we had 2 American guests last night, courtesy of Steve in Chicago. I mean, I don't understand. Like, where?
We have Lovejoy on
why
like
you keep
all the
trying to
time. We had your
divide?
boy from PB. Who is your boy's name? Coffee.
I mean, but I just don't
Yeah,
get. I don't get
Bronco.
the division here. Like, look, Clay is from the UK, right? And Brittany is from America.
Stupendous.
Ray is from America. Xavier was from the UK, and he was Dillian White's trainer. This is Dillian White's post-fight week to a big knockout. We're having Christine Lopez. She's from Colorado, a USA boxing coach. American. Jose Nieves is here, living in America, Puerto Rico. Like, I don't know what you mean, dude. That's you in your head, right? Because I'm trying to remain international, We're talking about everybody. Now, obviously, we can't talk about everybody because we don't know them, but, I mean, Clay did well, bro. It's not about America or UK. Don Majeski, who is trying to petition for splitting the heavyweight division, he was American. Felix Alvarado was what? Nicaraguan. I'm not understanding this obsession that you guys got, bro. Let it go. So much energy for nothing.
Yo, back to Benfit Dalika on the super chat says Kali fought Brewster at MGM. Doomy TBV. It's 1:30 a.m. in Australia. I can't sleep. This show is bomb. What's up, Ness? What's up, Mario? Shout out to my friend Ben.
Shout out to Ben. Damn, Ben, don't super chat. Kell Brook versus Zoo. Big fight or not? We're going to Intrigue. The incredible Atlanta. What up? Boomerang status.
I think he's just listening right now.
Oh, word? All right,
Yeah.
Intrigue. Flash me if not. We're going out to CYP regular call.
Yeah. He's trying to imply is that, yes, you do cater to them because I've seen messages where the UK trying to gang up on Trey and gang up on 704 for their wrenches and then put me in it, trying to get me silenced. Like, dude, it's always been a back and forth, and that's what you do. I ain't mad at you for trying to get an audience. That's what you do. You got to keep up with all the other ones who already got a great fan base who gives them money, Patreon. I wish that you had more of them UK dudes Patreon and giving you money because you actually do rep them very well. They don't show you the love that you give them because you protect them from the monster. You protect them from the monster. You jump in the middle of what I got going on with them, and then you take shots for them. I want to make a truce right now. If the UK doesn't hate on Wilder every day when he's not the topic, I'll leave him alone. But they can't do it. As long as y'all talk about Wilder, disrespect my friend on this show without him being the topic, I'm gonna come for your heads. If you don't do it, you got my word. I'll leave y'all alone. Truce or not.
Cut it. And those are the occasions that I agree. There is a constant daily Wilder bashing, but I take it as this has been the Wilder voice for the bit of 5, 6 years. So
yeah, probably longer.
So people are going to want to direct their nana boo boos at us, right? Like they want to rub it in. That's the thing.
To them, it's a this is a place to target, you know what I'm saying? Because they associate that with like Wilder fandom, so it's like a place they target. So that's why it seems excessive.
Not only that.
Exactly.
Exactly. This is the thing. The CYP and guys like Steve, they're not factoring in. We went heavy on Andy and AJ. Like AJ lost, so that really made a lot of enemies, right? Like those people didn't like that we glorified Andy, and the way that it happened, we didn't do it as normal boxing fans. I know I wasn't. I was on some like ha. That's what I was. I wasn't on the Luther Clay tip. I wasn't like, oh, AJ lost in a good back and forth fight. Nah, I was a little bit, probably,
Shinobi.
a lot worse.
A little overboard, over the top, maybe. Nah.
Maybe.
LV Slugger says Dillian, quote unquote, sleepy white, aka maximum silence. All right.
And there it is. That's what we did with the AJ. I mean, bro, we poured it on heavy. It was ha. It was a big ha moment. But
Oh man.
did you get
boxing
to
expert.
Teddy B? He said Earl gonna do Danny like he did Peterson.
Nah, you said it though.
All right, let me go back here because we got a few. I seen Mark Blake as well. He says, Shannon, you said that? What did you think of the white fight? Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Boxing experts just hit me with one of his Espanol.
But wait. I want to just, make sure we didn't miss any. You got the Supermax. Sway Puma? You got to that? Yup. Mark Blake. Beneveliga. Yup. Ken says, shout out. You said BK all day? Ken?
Yeah. Woo. Let's go, Chen.
All right, so another one from Ben is, you said that. Louisville Slugger, you said that. Boxing Expert, you're up, champ.
All right. Steve le cambian el pañal muy tarde. Por eso siempre anda enojado. Ese CYP, pero en el futuro.
Damn.
3 laughing emojis. He says, they changed Steve's pamper too late. That's why he's always mad. He's a future CYP. 3 laughing emojis.
We're going to Long Beach. Looking like I'm drawing a blank. JP, what up?
Long Beach in the house.
Yeah, man. I had Danny early, as the early favorite myself, and that's subject to change. I just want to see more as we get closer to the fight. I want to see the fighters more. But I just feel like Danny, has matured in the weight class, and Errol, of course, coming off the crash. We got to see where he's at. So I, too, at the moment, have Danny as the favorite. That's my call now.
That's
All
100,
right.
1,000.
All right, we got J Mac, New Orleans.
Mac attack.
You avail?
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Terence.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing him.
You want to bet on? You bet 100,000 on that.
Let's bet $1 million.
Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you missed Steve's point. I think Steve was trying to point out when there's a UK show, UK topic, he's pointing out well the super chats. Pretty much clear stating that who supports the show. And you gave them a show, why aren't they supporting it? That's what I got from it. On to the next. I do like the Clay guy. I don't remember his first name. I did like when he said, and he was speaking about his sparring experience with Josh Kelly. And Mitty perception was you giving the fighter too much respect. I agree with Mario when when you at a certain level, there's a certain amount of work that got to be done to be put in. So they got a difference between confident and cocky. Cocky guys just go around say, "Oh, I'll beat him" and shit like that, and act like they don't have to work on those flaws. Confident guys recognize real, and then they go ahead and put the work in. So I mean, whatever you like, a perception could be taken by saying and giving a fighter respect that's better than you, but there's still work to be done. That's my first call.
And that's coming from a person who trains and who trains others and trains himself. So, that's the whole point I was trying to make is like, unless you're a competitor, unless you're an athlete, you can't understand what that confidence does and what that realness does when because people will say, oh, would just be confident. And that's what Mitty's point was. And I understand it. But I think that the only way to get better is to recognize that and strive for better.
All right. We're going to Evan. What up?
Can y'all hear me all right?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
All right. Good morning, TBV. Look, I'm not. I read the topic. I mean, Danny should be a higher odds than Mikey. I think everyone, maybe not y'all, a lot of people forget. We laughed at the Mikey fight when that first came up. People that almost got the Mayweather McGregor treatment of okay, good luck with that. And then it happened, and then we saw what happened. But I won't go too far into it, but look how much fun we are having in PBC. Pacquiao has fought Thurman. Thurman's fought Porter, Pacquiao, Garcia. Porter has fought Garcia and Spence. Spence has fought Porter and now Garcia. And then, I mean, I don't want to say it. I've been neutral this whole time, but where is Terence Crawford and all this, man? They have all fought each other except for him. That's really all I'm going to say. Y'all take care.
Call it the truth. And the next.
We got Elijah. Elijah, what up?
Yo, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. Do you CYP and Jared Lloyd have anything in common? Because they both don't respect themselves. They just move like kids. But yeah, I want to ask a question that I've been meaning to ask you for a while. Yeah, and then I'll never talk about it again. But you know, Wilder comes across as this guy that says, "I ain't scared. If you want to fight me, fight me. You know, I'm not afraid of no one." Why was he so happy to fight people like Bellew? But White was forcefully pissing him off in the media, and he still told the guy to do other stuff rather than Wilder taking out the trash, if you know what I'm trying to say. So my question to you is, why didn't Wilder fight White if he's meant to be this killer and he's not scared of anyone? And I want a genuine answer from you.
Well, the genuine answer is that you really are either, blocking it out or don't want to take it as truth. But he was offered the Dillian White fight, and he said he would fight Dillian White if they put AJ on a contract, and Eddie couldn't do that. So I don't know, Dillian White was never important enough just to fight him just cause. He was always behind Wilder. But this is what CYP and Steve talking about. We got a UK guest who fought a good fight, right? You cry about Americans not paying attention to your fighters. This time we highlight one of your fighters and you're obsessed with our fighter. Then you wonder why there's a back and forth. It's not a Wilder show. We haven't mentioned Wilder. And all Elijah does is call in repeatedly about Wilder. You are obsessed, my man.
Hey, what happened?
Ask him for some underwear to sniff or something. You're bugging already. Like every day that you call in, it's about Wilder. Oh! And this is the same thing I'm saying. Like, do you know boxing? Do you guys know boxing, or are you obsessed with one fighter?
You are sitting in your mum's spare rooms, just tickling your bollocks.
Exactly. Idris, talk to me, man.
Hey, that last, whatever you played there, man, had me fucking laughing. Anyway, listen to this, man. I just want to talk about the interviews, man. Listen, Ness, I like these interviews. I'm gonna be honest with you, as a fan, yeah, and a consumer, I don't listen to the interviews with the superstars and stuff. When you get champions and things like that, I listen to the guys in random boxing gyms somewhere in the middle of Pennsylvania that can tell you stories. I listen to all them shows. You know what I'm trying to say? The Lovejoys and things like that, man. I want more of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Luther Clay is from that kind of mold as well. So those guys tell real stories, man. Those are the most enjoyable shows, man. When you interview guys that are like champions or like contenders or something, they think they're big shots, man. They're not even trying to tell you nothing. They're like, I'll tell you soon, man. Hey, keep your eyes peeled, man. Just wait on it. It's like, fuck that, man. Speak to these guys, man. They're the real guys. They got real stories. These are my favorite type of interviews, man. Love.
All right, champ. Thank you for the support. We got Coach Mitty says, J-Mac misheard or misunderstood my point. I was saying that not all truths are to be said publicly. We're going to Mr. PBC in Seattle. What up?
Mr. PBC, baby.
Shit, my bad, PBC. And Bo, I did not notice you there all this time. But you were on Blog Talk and you didn't want to talk, Bo. So do you want to talk? because I know you a ringer. Flash, if you're ready to speak, you are. All right, there we go. So,
I don't believe no motherfucker can beat me. And I'm not supposed to. My nephew is an elite fighter, so he ain't gonna. He wanna fight the guy that's proven himself and the guy that people think he can't beat. And that's how you get paid. Right? All right.
Yo, AJ, funny.
Yeah, y'all hear me?
We hear you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, shout out Ty Bo, Riddick Bo, Bo Mack, and Bo Jackson. I ain't really want to call. I was just swapping the Skype because Blog Talk had it be cutting out on me sometimes.
Yeah, sucks, man.
Yeah, so I just came over here to just listen. Know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm loving the show as normal. Looking forward to the fights tomorrow. We having a betting show?
Hell yeah, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock today.
Yep.
All right. I'm definitely gonna call there. You know what I'm saying? I already got a few things in. I wanted like 78 off the Tim Zoo Jeff Horn fight. So yeah, I mean, damn, I'm supposed to say amounts and stuff, but I want a little bit off the Tim Zoo joint. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to the betting show today. See if we can hit big this weekend, baby.
Word up, man.
Yeah. Shout out Don King and Roger Mayweather though, man.
All right. Let me see. Intrigue. Doomy said you was just listening. I don't know if you still are. Going once, twice. J-Mac, Boomerang. Yep, I don't see Trey in the Bay.
Mac Attack.
No Trey in the Bay today.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
I think I just cracked the code. I think Intrigue and Doomy. It's funny how Doomy knows Intrigue. Just listening and stuff like that. Intrigue must be the writer. You must be the robot or the person who can't call in but send in chats. So I think that's what y'all got going on. That's weird, but hey, I guess it's funny and do what you got to do to get whatever your ratings up and stuff like that. But I mean, great show. I ain't got too much to critique. And admit it, my bad. I did misunderstand you. Like I said, everything's perception. You hear what people say and you take it in, and that's what I perceived you to say when you made the critique about him saying that Josh Kelly putting it out there. My bad. That's my comment.
Trey in the Bay jumped on. Talk to us. No, just listening.
Trey in the Bay.
Yeah, man, I don't get up early on Fridays, Nish. That's my
I hear you.
I've been listening though in and out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. To me, it's a 50-50 fight. We talking about Errol and Danny, right?
Mm-hmm.
50 to me, man. I don't know who to pick. I'll wait till we get a little closer. Hey, man, why them UK dudes don't be seeing shit like that? So, nice to do. We can kind of count on like 2 fingers, man. Y'all UK cats a little cheap now. A little cheap. That's all we saying. Support the show, like the videos. Hey, they cheap with the likes too, man. Hey, and I ain't just saying this to UK people. All you motherfuckers will be in the chat. Everybody who be watching, it be like 300 something people and 50 likes, man. They cheap, dog. We're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to do something about this shit. You're gonna have to do something about this shit. But that's my call.
One day, Doomy will finish. Not today, because he gonna try to hit me with, yo, you know what? Don't pick me up. I'm gonna finish this. Nah, dog. Nah. That's it. 7:04. Everybody, thank you.
Yo, play the outro music like you did the other day.
Oh, he want the outro. He said it's time to go.
Yeah, that's just fire.
I was way off.
That was back in the day, right? The back in the day outro music.
Nah, this is solid right here, bro.
We should do on mornings every first Thursday of the month. We should do Throwback Thursday, and we should have our intro music, The Dynasty. Remember the Jay-Z?
Oh my God! I wonder if we could still play that. Because you got to remember, Jay-Z made Tidal after that, bro, and He's gotten he got the best.
Yeah, we ain't getting that.
Oh damn, yeah, we ain't getting that off. You're right. Well, we should do a Patreon.
Yo, where did Eric Garcia
back.
say he was from? I seen him with
Canada. Oh no, he from Cali. He in Cali, yeah.
Oh, Cali? Nah.
Yeah.
Eric,
yeah.
where you at, Eric? I was enthroned and I had asked everybody the roll call.
Yeah,
But
he
Big
did
Mac
say he
is
was
from
from
what?
Cali.
Big Mac is what? Canada? I mean, Connecticut?
Yeah, Connecticut CT.
Okay. Davidian, what up, champ? Oh, he snuck in on us.
On Blog Talk? I already closed Blog Talk.
What's good?
What up, what up, what up?
Can you hear me? I sound
Yeah, you
I
good?
sound clear?
Super
All right,
clear.
Nothing. I was just gonna say great interviews and great show as always. I don't know. I can't wait for the fights this weekend, and I can't wait to see Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence because I like both guys. I'm always gonna rock with Earl though. Car accident, no car accident, but it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a tough fight for both guys, but you just have to wait and see in November. So yeah, and put me down. I got Ramirez. I definitely got Ramirez over Victor Postal. Yeah.
Yo, let's see, man. Let's see if Postal turns it around on us, yo.
Yeah, that would be crazy. But yeah, that's my call.
Yo, honestly, that would be the best thing that could happen because then it's I got to call a truce with the Bud fans. It's that's it, you know? The law may improve since the Bud loss. Victor would have became a 2-time champ. And I believe Stonebone said Ricky Burns became a champ after the Bud loss. So, you know. Next GTO, Instagram, and Twitter will be back at 5 p.m. for the betting show, Beating the Odds with TBV. And that's only on patron.com/The Boxing Voice. You could join us for Beating the Odds with TBV on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice, where together we come together to get it right. As a community, it ain't about who's smarter, who better. It's trying to get it right and get it done for a low price at that. So join us for Beating the Odds with TBV, where we get in that moolah, and that's only on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice.
We're gonna try really hard not to fall asleep, all of us.
What do you mean fall asleep? Is that 5 o'clock?
Yeah, I know. You know,
Just
some of us have
kidding.
trouble getting up at that
Some
time.
of us have troubles at 5 o'clock on Fridays.
You know, nap time really is a serious situation.
They got the Dominican nap time nightmare.
Was that me that I fell asleep last Friday?
Yeah.
You know, it happens. It happens. When you're burning the candle at both ends, you know what I mean?
Ooh, that's the
true.
quote of the day right there.
That's his passive aggressive way of saying, "Bitch, y'all fall asleep all the time."
Not even. Listen, not even. It's just a lot to do.
No,
Look,
I'm
I
playing.
still haven't. Mitty might have texted me at what 5, 6 in the morning. Like, yo, send me the results to the pick'ems.
I feel you, but
I still haven't
remember,
done that.
Listen,
Shout out.
I'll make it clear though. Remember, I said on Fridays I'm good anytime. I said 2 o'clock was good. So 5 o'clock. We went 7 o'clock last week, right?
Yeah.
Eastern. Yeah. So let's make it 5. But it should happen. It should
PBC
happen.
said he's available. Didn't we go to him? Tried to, right? We tried to go to him.
Mr. PBC.
Yo, what's the undercard?
Seattle. PBC.
Yo. I got Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. You already know. And Ness, if you want to make a bet, because I know Danny, your boy, let's go.
I don't want to make a bet. I'm just waiting for you to tell me that you receive your shirt.
Man, I told you to send the tracking number, but you don't want to do that. But I'll let you know.
No comment.
But no comment. And yeah, man, can't wait for the fights on Saturday. 100% PBC all day. Can't wait to see if certain people make fights or not make fights this year. And that's my call.
All right.
Yo, is Dom giving 3 to 1 on his bet?
No.
Or is he asking for a straight up bet?
No, and that's the thing. People always want to bet. It's like, bro, I get better odds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost a total of $10 last week because of Who was the parlay killer last week? Fucking Dillian White.
Dillian White.
Dillian White.
Yo, I'll put my $5. I'll put my $5 against Dom's $25.
Bro, you know that Dillian White ruined a $354 parlay off of $2. All he had to do was win.
Listen to me.
All he had to do was win because Congo was already my upset. On that parlay, I had.
You
know, I had all favorites in Congo. Then I had all favorites in Gallimore, which obviously I would have lost because.
And if you noticed, like the advice that we ultimately gave, we kept all those fights out, right?
Chill. No more tips. 5 p.m. Yo, we out.
Yeah, you're right.
We out.
Call you tip face
later. Oh yeah, Ru said, "Wow, it's been so long since they played that."
Let's go, champ. You already know.
James Benitez, give me a flash. I know you was busy at work. Never want to
call
leave
you
Patreon
flash
behind. Call
Give
him
us
flash.
a flash. If not, we out on a dash.
Oh, Coach Myers with the super chat last minute.
So we sending in the cash.
He says, Danny Garcia has a better resume than Bud at 140 than Crawford, even though Crawford was undisputed at 140. Hands up emoji. Chill. Don't tell them the truth. They're going to hate you, coach. And you a coach. They're going to be like, yo, why you out there teaching kids lies?
That was Coach Myers?
Yeah, that was Coach Myers.
Coach Myers coming through. Super chats on fire.
Oh, freestyle. That means we having boxing bars this Saturday, 11 a.m., where Mario's going to be going against King Amin. We got Doomy going against JP. And we got some other battles that I don't know offhand, but I'm sorry about that. But we're out. Peace.
Call you battle. Catch me on IG, Alex_Doomsday_LIENEZ. Yeah, nah. But hit that thumbs up button. Continue to support the show in any way you can. We appreciate it. You know, it doesn't always got to be monetary.
Thumbs up are free.
Shaking that bell is free. You know, and tell a friend that might be, you know, interested in this show, maybe because they like boxing too, like you. You know, that's spreading the word. So we appreciate that, man. Everyone that tuned in this morning, thank you very much. We'll be back with that betting show. You already know when we get together like Voltron.
Sway Puma said, where your picks at? Damn, 380. I said 354 off of $2. Yes. What kind of parlay is that? Beating the odds with TV. Come find out. Doggy. And listen. Look, I should have listened to Steven CYP and not freaking believed in White allegedly being top 5, mandatory, interim champ. I put all my chips in the Congo and he came out on top, and then White caca the bed. He caca the bed. Yo, we out.
Yo, Coach Myers, did you get that? Danny Garcia has a better resume than Bud at 140.
Yes, get yourself some new. And those are bows, ladies and gentlemen. Or beats? What are they? Beats? Cheap?
Nah. I actually was attending
those
a
are
call.
Fakes. Those are fakes.
All right.
These are fire official, champ.
Those are not beats. They're eats.
The Untitled. The Untitled. Yo.
Yo, we're out, man. We're out.